What is up? What it do, man? I want to thank each and every one of you for coming through to the crib. Man, I want to apologize to y'all for being late. But what's going on with y'all, man? How is everybody doing? I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I almost didn't make this joint because today was an extremely long day. Pause, man. It was a long day. Let me fix this. Get some light balance up in this joint. Get some light balance up in this thing. But it was an extremely long day, man. I got so exhausted, I fell asleep. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I fell asleep uh between sleeping and awake. And by the time I looked at the time, man, it was almost it was 7 o'clock basically. Uh I got so much going on right now. Off to the side, I'm trying to get this video ready, but the computer don't want to act right, man. The computer don't want to act right. Um, But man, what's going on with y'all, man? How is everybody doing? It's Tuesday, the start of the week. I know things are kind of rough. Um, for everybody that's in the Atlanta area, Nike Sneakers app has an event going on, and let me see what is the name of it. Let me show y'all real quick. Because I want to know how many people are actually going. How many people are actually going to go to this thing? Because I'm thinking that I might go. You know what I'm saying? This looks like it might be a really good time. It's called Toma Atlanta. Toma Atlanta. I think that's how you say it. But it's a sneaker event, like a pop-up in Atlanta for all of the things that are going on. I think there's soccer going on in the city. Man, forgive me for not knowing. Like I said, life is crazy. Life is crazy. Got everything going on. You can't pay attention to everything, even though I try to. But they're gonna have like some releases going on. This looks like a GT Future. This looks like the Air Max 95 that recently released. I don't know what this one is. And we all know that's a Nike Calm slide. Now, which one that is? This could be like the uh what was one that recently just dropped? The Fragment Calm slides or whatever. This event is from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. I believe is when they said it is. Let me explore. Let me see when this event is. Why before instead of just guessing. The best ballers from Atlanta, April 1st, 2026. So that's tomorrow, the Eastern. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, 6:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. So if you in Atlanta, hey, it's gonna be some crazy drops I hear, and it's gonna be a good time. And you had to sign up for it. Now I signed up for it. I just don't know if I'm gonna actually go. It says know before what to know before you go, must have valid ID to consume alcohol. Well, I hope you would have an ID everywhere you go for alcohol. First come, first serve. Admittance not guaranteed. No large bags or backpacks. Food for purchase will be available with credit card payment only. Merchandise for purchase available with credit card payment only. No re-entry. So if you leave and you try to get back in, nah, that ain't happening. In consideration of attending the event, you hereby release from liability and agree to indemnify and hold harmless Nike. So I guess if you go out there have a good time and get beat up or something like that, you can't sue Nike. Or if you get run over by somebody doing something stupid, you can't sue Nike. You better hope that you don't pass out from whoever tried to run you the hell over and you sue them. And its affiliates from any losses associated with your attendance at the event. So, like if somebody robbed you or something like that, that's on you too, including but not limited to personal injury and or property loss or damage. There you go. By attending the event, you may be photographed and filmed by Nike or its affiliates. You hereby grant Nike the right to use such recording in connection with the event and any promotion thereof. Okay. What is Toma? Toma El Juego is a new, I hope I said that right. I hope I said that right. Is a new community-led and free to access street soccer platform designed to unleash the joy, freedom, and creative expression of the game, inviting street ballers all over the world to take the game and make it their own. Now, man, excuse me for being behind, but what event is going on in the city where they're gonna have something like this? I might check it out because that sounds like a pretty good time. And anytime I see street events like that going on and stuff like that, I always miss the entire. I don't know. I miss like thinking that it's not gonna be good, and then I end up seeing photos from the events, and people are like, "Oh, I had such a good time," and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, damn, dummy, you should have went. And seeing all like the crazy ass drops, I'm like, damn, you should have went and should have participated in that. So I guess I'll participate in it maybe tomorrow, depending on how things go. Man, shout out to my double cup red cup family, man. What y'all sipping on tonight, man? Tonight is just some juice, man, because I don't need nothing else that's gonna make me sleepy. We got an interesting topic for you all today. And of course, the topics always happen because I run into individuals that have the weirdest reactions within sneaker culture. It's about, should we start really putting age limits on sneaker culture? I'm talking about from a minor to a major age limit, because things are getting ridiculous. Like things have been going on in the sneaker culture for way too damn long to for us to be okay with. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, this has to stop. This stuff has to stop. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's see what you're talking about. KB Kicks, man. Salutes to KB Kicks. I appreciate you for being in the building early, man. I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry for being late, y'all. But he said 530 to 550, still pretty high for a shoe. Not really tanking, just went down after pairs finally were in hand. So what KB Kicks is referring to is on the real. Excuse me, I got the hiccups, man. On the not on the real. What am I saying? See, I'm still tired, man. I'm still tired. Y'all forgive me. He said tanking is like almost retail or under, in my opinion. So he's talking about the thumbnail where I asked, well, no, I didn't ask anything, but he's talking about the thumbnail where I was speaking on the current resale market for the, I got to make sure I get this right, because these have been not necessarily a huge topic of conversation, but the conversation has grown over the last couple of days. And I got to get this right because there is a huge issue that everybody has with these, but it is the Virgil Abloh Archive Air Jordan 1 Alaskas. And let me show you all what I mean. Let me head over to Instagram and show you all what I mean. So let me go to my profile. And for anybody and everybody, first and foremost, if you want to support, if you want to support your guy, head over to the link down in the description and get you one of these bad boys right here. You can buy it through Amazon, so you know it's legitimate. At checkout, type in JAYMOGUL and get 20% off. This one is $24 at 24 ounces, and then the 32 ounces, $26. So that's quite a bit of savings. Quite a bit of savings. Go ahead and check that out. And go ahead and check out all the links to all of my other social media accounts down in the description below, because everything is different. At some point during the live, I'm going to show you everything on my social media account. I've got Facebook linked. That's one of the reasons why I fell asleep, because I've been trying to link the entire story to tonight's live on every platform that I can or that I have. And I kind of got overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie, I got overwhelmed, got overworked. Today was physical therapy day as well. I had a lot going on. But anywho, Facebook, I'm trying to get up to 100 followers. I know Facebook is for old people, and it's kind of funny that I mentioned people to follow me on Facebook and given the topic for tonight's live. But man, we're trying to change the sneaker world. We're trying to change the community. So we got to reach each and every corner we can. Y'all know what I'm saying? So from the old to the young, we got to reach them all, even people overseas, because people overseas still use Facebook, right? Anybody overseas that might see this playback, man, y'all let me know if y'all still use Facebook, so I don't feel as bad for requesting people to follow me on Facebook. But right now, I've got like 28 followers on my Facebook profile. Um, I've got my X account down there. Excuse me. I've got my Instagram account down there, and all of my other social media platforms. So click the link, follow on each and every platform, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and share with everybody y'all know. But on my Instagram, I thought I posted this video, but I guess maybe I didn't. Maybe I put it on my stories. See, like I post all of my stuff all over the place. So it's really hard to keep track of. Okay. No, I posted it to my TikTok, because sometimes my other platforms get the information first, and yada yada yada. But yeah, let me go ahead and share my TikTok, because, like I said, I try to make everything different, a little bit different. Some get information before other platforms, so make sure y'all follow all those platforms. But I posted this. What's up, sneaker enthusiasts? It's your favorite informative, honest sneaker collector, HG, here with something for you to think about. Now, as you can see on the graph up here, it depicts the steadfast decline in the plummet in aftermarket resale value for the Virgil Abloh Archive Jordan 1 Alaskas. And a lot of people are trying to figure out, racking their brains, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Why is the value plummeting so much? And the reason people are trying to figure that out is because, as you can see up here at the top, there were some people that paid $1,600 for those shoes. And right. So, as you heard me say, a lot of people in the beginning paid crazy prices for these Virgil Abloh Archive Air Jordan 1s. And I keep struggling with that because I keep wanting to call them off-whites. And for those of you who don't know, these are not off-whites.
What happened? Oh no, my God, please.
No. And a lot of people are having that kind of reaction to the fact that these are not off-whites. These are plain Jordans. Even the old heads are going crazy. And that's part of why I have the topic of conversation for tonight. Old heads are upset. A lot of people are upset because, if you all didn't know, and I didn't even know this until I did some more research and started deep diving, that back in 2022, Virgil Abloh's wife sold Off-White to Blue Star Alliance, a corporation called Blue Star Alliance. So Off-White is technically no longer, I'm guessing, part of Nike or whatever, is part of that selling off of the company. But the Virgil Abloh Archive is part of Nike, is what I'm guessing, because that's what his wife owns. So it's a kind of weird space to be in, because people still hold Off-White in high regards, which is one of the reasons why I feel like these Virgil Abloh archives are doing so poorly, because a lot of people are realizing that these aren't Off-Whites. But the weird thing is Off-white is no longer a thing with Virgil Abloh, so shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't these Virgil Abloh archives be hyped up for the simple fact that this is the new beginning for the Abloh family? And shouldn't Off-White be uh you know seen in lower regards, because it's no longer Virgil Abloh's thing, and Virgil Abloh was the one that carried the hype. So that's why you haven't seen anything good from Off-White, and I can say that myself. I haven't seen anything good with Off-White. I haven't seen anything new with Off-White. It's just a bunch of repeats, and we all know that Virgil Abloh more than likely would not have had it the same this far. Off-White is just, I don't know. Off-White is another dead brand at this point, but it damn sure ain't Virgil Abloh. And that kind of speaks to one of those kind of like stipulations that a lot of sneaker collectors or a lot of sneaker heads or hype beasts have, is like, we mess with the creator, or we like the product for the product. Okay, well, if you mess with the creator, then why don't you like these Virgil Abloh archives? Because the Virgil Abloh archives is all about the creator, not the Off-White portion anymore. The Off-White portion is not about the creator. It's about a separate brand. We don't even know if they even fool with streetwear. No digs at Blue Star Alliance, because I don't know anything about Blue Star Alliance, but how do we know that they are actually for the culture and are for the spirit of Virgil Abloh? Again, for those individuals who hold firm about we like the product for the product, if you like the product for the product, why is the value of this shoe tanking? Now that's another thing, if you ask me, and it is what it is. I'm just one man, and it's one man and his opinion. But the Virgil Abloh Virgil Abloh archive, and that's so hard to keep up with, man. Virgil Abloh Alaska, what, Jordan 1s? They're okay. They're okay. And KB Kick said, yo, what's good? Just got here at work, man. Salutes to you, KB. Hope everything is going good at work, man. Hope everything is going good at work. But if you ask me, the Virgil Abloh archive Air Jordan 1s are okay. Now I've seen, let me see if I can find a better picture of it. Oh, and it's not as if y'all haven't seen them a million times, but for those of you who need a look at them, because I always need another go at it, another peek at it before I start talking about something to kind of visualize, to keep along with the individual yapping about it, i.e. me. Let's see if we got more pictures of it. Okay. So let me see. I wish I had like something where as I talk, it'll keep rolling. I don't know. It'll roll into the next point. But for me, the Virgil Abloh archive, it's a nice shoe, but is it really $1,000 shoe? In my opinion, no, it's not $1,000 shoe. It should never get to $1,000. Now, again, like I said, that's just one man's opinion. That's just my opinion. Do you all think this shoe, this Virgil Abloh archive Air Jordan 1, is worth $1,000? And if it's not worth $1,000, where would you value this shoe at? Because what the retail price is $230, and then once you put in tax and stuff like that, it's $250. Is that too much for this shoe as well? You all let me know, chat. Y'all let me know down in the comments as well. But in my honest opinion, it's not worth it. It's a nice shoe, but once you wear it, because that's what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to wear your shoes, and of course you can display some shoes as well. I mean, it's your prerogative. You do what you want to do with them. Shout out to Bobby Brown, man. Salutes. But once these have been worn a couple of times, they don't age well. They don't age well at all. So speaking about the resale value, again, people at one point in time were paying $1,600, which is ridiculous in my opinion. But a lot of people were thinking that the stock numbers were going to be at around what was it initially? The stock numbers for this shoe were initially about 20,000 pair, 25,000 pair, something like that. And y'all know how we do around here. We don't believe in stock numbers because where are you all getting these stock numbers from anyway? Like around here, we believe the stock numbers are bullshit, which is why I don't do videos about stock numbers. Because at one point in time I did, because at one point in time I was drinking the Kool-Aid and believing the bullshit. But nowadays, I don't believe the bullshit of the stock numbers, so I don't do it because I believe I'd be lying to you all or giving you all stock numbers and then probably consistently having to go behind it and correct it, or not being able to prove to you one way or the other what the stock numbers would be. So initially, the stock numbers were 20 to 25,000 pairs, which is why people were going crazy for them, because the original European release went crazy in resale value. So people jumped up and thought that these were necessarily supposed to be going crazy in resale value. So you all did it again. You all decided to pay crazy numbers for resale for these shoes. Then some of the pairs come out on the Virgil Abloh Archive website, and everybody starts getting W's except for your boy HG. I still am amazed at how many people got W's. Salutes to everybody that got W's, and I didn't get a W. I did everything in my mind that I was supposed to do except for get a win. But it's neither here nor there. If you still are trying to get you a pair like me, your boy HG, the raffles are still open until the 3rd. That is when? Friday, I believe, or yeah, Friday. The raffles are still open until Friday. I believe like the 3rd is no, that's Saturday, because I believe Saturday is the worldwide release for the Virgil Abloh Archive Jordan 1s on the Nike Sneakers app in Europe as well. So I think that'll be the last time that these drop, and that'll be your last shot before actually going to the resale market. Shout out to my boy Vlogging with Demetrius, man. He's calling. Sorry, bro, man. I'm on live. I can't answer right now, but if you happen to slide over to YouTube and see me, I'm right here. And if not, once I get off of here, I'll give you a call back. But yes, shout out to my boy Vlogging with Demetrius. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Go ahead and show him some love over there. He hasn't done a video in a while, but maybe if you all put pressure on him, he'll come back and do a video. You know, he drive trucks, but yeah. So he's pretty busy, but when he was dropping videos, man, he was dropping some pretty good videos. He's trying to get to 1K subscribers. I think he's about 100 subscribers away. So raid his channel and put on one of his older videos, hey, man, we need you back. HG sent me. So, man, y'all show him some love. Shout out to Girly Glam Accessories. What's going on, sis? She said, hey, bro. She said, LOL. Sorry, bro. I see you. But yeah, then after the Virgil Abloh Archive website dropped these, and a lot of you all did not know that the Virgil Abloh Archive website is Virgil Abloh's legacy, no longer Off-White. Off-White is dead. So I'm gonna put that out here and right now. Off-White is dead. Virgil Abloh has nothing to do with Off-White. So while you all are still paying high ass prices for for Off-White, you can stop. You can stop paying high prices for Off-White because Virgil no longer owns that. The only reason people were paying high prices was because of Virgil, not because of the brand. He's no longer associated with it. It's sold, it's over, hands wiped clean. It's now Virgil Abloh Archives. Now, I just told him you were live. No, you're okay. You're okay. But yeah, that was one of the reasons why I think the resale price was so high. But after Virgil Abloh Archive released the pairs, the resale price kind of went down. The resale price went down to around $800. And then once pairs came in, they dropped again to around $600, given the fact that a lot of other places still have pairs to be released. Now, we're not counting the tier 0 places because we already know those were backdoor weeks ago. We already know that they only have maybe 5 to 10 pairs left to release. And when you enter the raffles for the tier 0 stores, you better off going to the gas station and scratching off 500 lottery tickets, spending $500, and you come off a better winner in that situation. So, KB, that's what I mean by the prices are tanking. I don't necessarily mean like the tanking of the actual shoe from retail perspective. I mean the tanking of the value of the shoe from a resale perspective, because right now, if you look on GOAT, and let me go ahead and drop that screen. Let me go ahead and drop that screen and pull up the GOAT screen. I wish this was like more intuitive and more flowy and easier to do. Let me see. Where is GOAT? I got GOAT up here somewhere. I know I do. Oh, okay. Let me pull up GOAT. I had GOAT pulled up before. What happened to it? I must have messed it up when I was supposed to do it. But all right, so let me see, make sure y'all can see that. Okay, so you can see it right now. If you go to GOAT right now and you type in Alaska. Come on, let me type in Alaska. Right now, and I like to use GOAT because GOAT is usually the highest prices on the sneaker resale market. So for that reason, I always go with GOAT. But let me enlarge this and make it bigger. So let me see what you all can see. But okay. If you look at GOAT right now, and I like to go with my size 10. Everybody wears a size 10 and everybody goes crazy for a size 10. If you look at GOAT right now, a size 10 is $572, which is what GOAT is, or people on the market are trying to get you to pay for it. Let me raise that up. If you make an offer, the last sale for the Virgil Abloh Archive Alaska Jordan 1s was $541. So to go from $1,600 and in less than a week resale $541, oh, that's tanking in value, in my opinion. Now, of course, everybody has a different opinion on value, but it is what it is. Like resale, aftermarket value, it's tanking. That's a quick decline, something that we rarely see when it comes to collabs and hype releases. Now, what the reason for this tank is, I don't know. Like I said, it could be a number of things. People finding out that this is not an Off-White product, which does not make sense because Off-White is no longer associated with Virgil Abloh. People actually seeing the quality of the shoe in hand and talking about it, which that part I highly doubt. That probably plays maybe a 2 to 3% factor in why people don't want it anymore. But the fact that there are so many pairs, there are more pairs than these hype beasts and these fake sneakerheads or fake sneaker enthusiasts or fake sneaker collectors wanted you to believe. It's damn sure more than 35,000 pairs. Or at least I know it's more than 20,000 pairs. I'll say that. It's damn sure more than 20,000 pairs, 25,000 pairs for sure. So 35,000 or more is enough for a lot of people to get pairs. This shoe, again, nice shoe. It's cool. Is it worth $1,000? No. In my opinion, absolutely not. Is it worth $500? In my opinion, absolutely not. The most on the resale market I would pay for this shoe is probably, because I got to think about taxes and fees and stuff like that. Taxes, fees, shipping, all of that, yada, yada, yada. I don't know why I got the hiccups, but at the most I would pay is $350 for this shoe. And that's hard for me to say then. And if I felt like I had to pay $350 for a shoe, I probably wouldn't get the shoe anyway. Well, not this anyway. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. You can put it with a lot of outfits and stuff like that, but shit, $350. Nah, man. Y'all tell me what's the most resale wise, given the fact that this shoe is with tax included, $250 at the most, or maybe a little bit more depending on what state you live in. $250, $260. How much would you pay for this shoe on the resale market? Y'all let me know. Because I'm still amazed that people paid $1,600 for this shoe. And a lot of times the people who paid $1,600 for this were people who, you know, do what I do, content creation, people who maybe like on Instagram or Facebook make some kind of money off of posting photos and things like that. But a lot of the resellers are kicking themselves in the ass because they paid in that 1,000+ range, and the shoe now is worth $500. Now, KB Kicks, you made a really good point where you said, after all of the shoes are being released, or somebody said that to me. I don't know if it's KB Kicks, but somebody said to me, after all of the shoes are dropped, it's just going to go back up. That's a very valid and possible point. But if, as we see now, we control the market. If we get on these sites like GOAT, and I know I'm not going to reach enough people because I don't have enough subscribers yet. I need to get to like the 20, 30,000 subscriber range in order to, well, not 20, 20, 30,000 subscriber range to even put a small dent in the thought process. But if we get on platforms like GOAT and StockX, and when we go to spots where it says offer, where they talk about what is your offer for a shoe, if we get here, right here, to make an offer, and we offer $300, because I think I seen somebody say 300. Yeah. McDaniel Darrell 3746, man, salutes to you. He said 300. If we get on GOAT, if we get on StockX, if we get on eBay in mass numbers, and we say, I don't give a shit what you paid from reseller to reseller. I don't give a shit what you paid to get these pairs backdoored. If we stop panic buying and we flood these resale markets and we flood these resale groups, ATATL, shout out to Addicted to All Things Fresh, man. Shout out to the A. If we flood all of those markets and we say, we don't give a damn what you paid, this is what we'll offer you. $300. They have no choice but to let them shits go for $300. They have no choice because nobody wants to take a loss, but nobody wants to sit on a depreciating value product. The longer these shoes go, the worse they get. These shoes yellow like piss. Let them sit on these shoes and let these shoes yellow for a year and see what they want to sell them for then. I bet you they'll let them go for $300 then. I guarantee you they let them go. Girly Glam Accessory said, right, I'll give you $275. So $25 over $25 over retail after fees and stuff like that. Because look at it like this. And I fuck with resellers. You know, it is what it is. But look at it like this. Your problems is not our problems. I don't give a shit what you paid to get these shoes backdoor to you. As a matter of fact, if we look at it that way, it pisses us off that the shoes were backdoor to you. Not the fact that you got the shoes, but the fact that they were backdoor to you, decreasing the opportunity for the general populace or individuals that actually wanted to get it. It is what it is, or not get it, but get it at a reasonable price that they're willing to pay. That's the part that pisses people off, not the reseller, but the price. So it is what it is. But if we just say no to the bullshit and we say keep your shit, I don't give a damn if they fall apart. I'm not finna pay you a quarter of my mortgage or I'm not gonna pay you a tenth of my mortgage, or I'm not gonna give you 3 bills or 3 utility bills, or I'm not going to give you some of my car note or my insurance for a fucking pair of shoes. They ain't got no choice. They have no choice. And this is proof right here. This shoe again started at $1,600, and right now the last sale, somebody was like, these prices are going to go down even further, so I might as well get what I can and take whatever losses I can. And everybody is competing against everybody. Everybody is willing to undercut everybody. People that got the shoe for retail are damn sure willing to undercut people who got the shoe backdoored or resellers selling to resellers. We control the damn market. Stop with the bullshit. The economic climate is too damn crazy. Groceries and a roof over your head and utilities are way more important than this damn shoe paying $1,000. And I say this with all of these shoes that I have that have some value in excess on the secondary market of $1,000, $2,000. I don't care if the value plummeted on the shoes that I have right now, because I did not buy these shoes to resell. Resale is just a byproduct of everybody fiending for the shoe. If the shoes plummeted that I have to retail value, and if I wear them and I get less than retail for them, if I decided to get rid of them, that's fine with me. At least I got something. Something is better than nothing. But at the end of the day, whether I get something or not, I don't care either, because I bought the shoes because I like the shoes, not because I went in it with the intention of reselling them. Yeah. That's an age-old discussion that we could talk about forever and a day. JVL said, we in the building. My G salutes to JVL. JVL, let me ask you, if you did not hear this, for the Virgil Abloh Off-White Alaska, there I go. I fucked up and said it. These are not Off-Whites. For the Virgil Abloh Archive, because Off-White is not attached to Virgil Abloh anymore, but for the Off-White Alaska's Virgil Abloh Archives, how much would you be willing to pay in resale for these right here? Now, JV, I know you got deep pockets. I know you got that monies. So don't go too crazy. But because I know you're willing to pay to play. But if you had to be honest with yourself and you look at the shoe and, if you could control how much you had to pay for it, how much would you pay for this shoe? The problem is buyers' lack of patience. Facts. Nobody has patience, and everybody has FOMO, fear of missing out. At this point in life, when it comes to shoes, I've got so many pair of shoes. I've got patience. I don't care if I get it or not. Now, in the moment, because I know I did a reel, it was a little bit of satire and there was a little bit of truth. I know I did a reel about me being a little hurt that I didn't get these. But at the end of the day, if I don't get them, I don't get them. Now, the only reason why I was hurt, and I'll be honest, the only reason why I was hurt is because everybody got them. And if everybody got them, I figured I'd be able to get them. And that just wasn't the case. And it was more so hurt out of confusion and not hurt because I couldn't get the damn shoe. But if I don't get it, man, I would love to get the shoe. I would love to get the shoe. I would love to wear it. I would love to take photos of it. I would like to do on foot pictures of it. I would like to flex in them and put them with outfits, go on vacation with them joints on, because it's a white shoe. You can do a lot with a white shoe. And the design elements are cool because I have the UNC blue. So it's like Pokemon, gotta catch them all. I'm damn sure not finna pay that high price for the Chicago's. It is what it is. And at this point, the Chicago's have been out for so long that if you do pay resale for a pair of Chicago's, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get you a fake and ain't nobody gonna know the difference. But I'm not paying 10 bands for no fake. So the Chicago's might as well come down in price too at this point. You might as well let them go. As a matter of fact, let me see how much these off-white Chicago's is while I'm up here talking shit. Off-white Chicago. Let me see, which one is it? And as a matter of fact, because Off-White is no longer Virgil Abloh, y'all might as well come down in the resale price. Which one was this one? Oh, that's the sample. Nah, we ain't doing no sample. A little side quest here. Is this not? Let's see. See, if you look at the app, that's the sample. Come on, man. When you look at the app, they tell you, okay, this is a better. Oh, they don't went down. They don't went down. And then, of course, the sample canary yellow pair. I got the UNC. Oh, the UNCs don't went down too. What they had in size 10. Oh, no, they didn't went down. They didn't go down. I played myself. Size 10, it's $15,599. The last sale was $1,500. Y'all still paying $1,500 for these joints. Whew. Bless y'all, as we say in the South, man. Bless your heart. So in a size 10, let me see. A size 10, $3,958. And see, this is how you know that these sites try to control the market so bad, where with the Alaskas, you could make an offer. With the Chicago's, you can't even make an offer anymore. It's either you paying this price or you can buy them used and see what you can get. You can get them used for. And a lot of people are selling them for $2,000. I ain't paying $2,000 for a used pair of shoes. You out your mind. I don't like used shoes. That's a personal preference of mine. I don't care what the condition of them is. I'm not buying them used. The only way I'm gonna buy them used is if you put them on your feet and you took you took some flicks in them, and then you took them off and you put them joints back in the box. Other than that, if you walked around in them and your feet got some time in them, like a used iPhone or something like that, I'm not paying it. I'm not paying it. I'm not paying it. I'm not paying it, because a lot of people out here are nasty as hell, and I can't trust it. But at $3,958,000, or $3,958,000. Okay, I said it right. 3,950. No, I didn't say it right. I'm tripping. $3,958. I'm not paying that, because 9 times out of 10, what you're gonna get is a rep. You're gonna get a fake. Reps have gotten that good, and I just don't want to take that chance. Now it's a dramatic decline from the $10,000, $20,000 price tag that it used to garner. But shit, still, I don't want to pay $3,000 and potentially get a fake shoe. Share this live. Shout out to everybody that's in the audience, man. Shout out to the entire HG family. What's good? Salutes to my Red Cup, Double Cup fam. Share the live out, man. Let everybody know the conversation that we're talking about. We're going to get to the other portion of the thumbnail in just a second, but KB Kicks is what brought up this conversation about why the Alaskas are tanking so bad. Well, actually, the thumbnail brought up the conversation, but KB Kicks spoke on it, so we jumped right into it. Links to all of my social media accounts down below. Again, head over to Amazon. The link for the water bottle is down below. It keeps your water cold for up to 20 something hours, and it keeps your hot soups hot for up to 12 hours. $22 for the 24 ounce and $26 for the 32 ounce. I've been using this product for about 3 weeks to a month now, and I can absolutely say it works. It comes with a cleaning straw, a drinking spout. You press the button right here, pop the top. You can chug it like a protein shake. Close that, spill proof. Look at that. Ain't nothing coming out. And then you can flip this, and it's got a nice carry handle. The 24 ounce is small enough to fit in a shoulder bag easily and give you more room. Head over to the link in my description below. Amazon save you 20% if you type in the discount code JMogul. You save some money. They give me a little bit of something. They give you a little bit of kickback. It helps your boy. It helps support me going back into the channel. Everything I get goes right back into the channel, not shoes. So I'm not benefiting from it that way, but I put it towards the tech. But yes, KB Kicks push forward this conversation about that. But yeah, reps are so doggone good, bro. I'm not finna pay $3,000 for a shoe and I could potentially get a rep. What would I be comfortable? And that's a good question. That is a really good question. So Jayville said for the Alaskas, at the most, he would pay $300 to $320, my guy. And I took 3 big L's, my G. So yeah, we kind of in the same ballpark. I said $350, but I feel like I'd be pushing it. And I don't even think I would pay $350 for the Alaskas. I would more likely be comfortable with paying, even once you factor in taxes, fees, shipping, resale, I would be more comfortable paying $320 for these shoes. For some odd reason, $350 just seems like a nasty number for me. And shout out to the people that can and are willing to do it. I can pay the $350, but am I willing to do it? Fuck no. No, absolutely not. But for the Chicago Jordan 1s, what number would you all be comfortable paying, knowing that this shoe is almost 10 years old? The release was almost 10 years ago for the Chicago Off-White Air Jordan 1s. And let's be honest, we all have that hunger, that thirst, that fiend for the Chicago Jordan 1 Off-Whites. 2017 is when the Chicago Jordan 1 Off-Whites released, and the world went crazy. Next year in 2027, and as a reminder, check your driver's license to see when your driver's license expires. Mine expires this year. I went ahead and got my new driver's license. You don't want to forget about, because I think my driver's licenses are good for up to 8 years. So that's why I almost forgot that it was going to expire. You don't want to be out there on that road driving and the police pull you over and put you in them cuffs for a suspended license, because a lot of times you won't know until after your license is suspended that it is suspended. But 2017, next year, will be 10 years that this shoe released. 10 years is a long ass time for rep manufacturers to get shit right. And as you can see, in 2026, these rep manufacturers are pretty damn close. So if you wanted to shoot that bad, and I don't think I want to shoot this bad. I know I don't want to shoot this bad, but I still would like to get this shoe, an opportunity to get this shoe. But how much would you pay for a 10-year-old shoe? And we got to think about all the other factors, the condition, what it may look like, what may happen if you put it on. We've got to talk about you got to think about the negatives that come with the off-white Jordan 1 Chicago's, because the materials rip instantly, all that kind of stuff. 10-year-old shoe. How much would you be willing to pay, knowing that there is a high probability that if you pay for it brand new, that you could get a fake shoe? So I guess the question would be, how much would you be willing to pay for? Come on now, work with me. You was just working with me real good earlier. How much would you be willing to pay for? I guess the question is, how much would you be willing to pay for a rep? The current market for a brand new Chicago off-white Air Jordan 1 is $3,958. Knowing how good reps are, would you be willing to gamble $4,000 on the possibility of a rep? This is why crazy, stupid resale for shoes is stupid. It's a dangerous game. D Sneaks said, good evening, man. Salutes, D Sneaks. What's going on, fam? What is going on? Jville said, what the hell did I do? Man, I done told some shit up. Okay, there we go. Jville said, and it's the resellers trying to come back. What I mean is, reselling was dead for a minute. They got stuck with sneakers, and you're right. They not even off whites. Yeah. The Virgil Abloh Archive Air Jordan 1 Alaskas are not off whites. As a matter of fact, if we look at it the way that we look at sneaker culture as a whole, we shouldn't even care at the fact that it's not off whites, because Virgil Abloh doesn't own off whites. Like, off white should be dead to the sneaker community, to the streetwear community at this point. It should be dead. It should nail in the coffin, dunzo. Virgil Abloh Archive, if they come out with some clothing, we should hype up the Virgil Abloh Archive the way we hyped up Off-White. I don't mess with Off-White. Man, I can't even see myself buying a 10-year-old shoe. Hey, I can believe that. Homegrown kicks become popular with high task on, like, hey, we did something good, man, because we got the Twitch. We got the Twitch bots going crazy, man. We must be going nuts on the Twitch algorithm. Salutes to the Twitch bots, the Twitch algorithm. We need to be going crazy on all platforms. Go ahead and follow me over on Facebook. Head to the link down below. Follow the Facebook, follow all of the social media platforms. That's what I was trying to say. Hey, man. Hey, nothing is perfect in life, but yeah, man. Yeah. I just can't do it. I can't do it. For a 10-year-old shoe, I want Rick's, my money. Oh, I want something, my money on it, my bro. Hey, man, I believe you. Shout out to any and everybody that is subscribed to the Homegrown Kicks channel. I opened up subscriptions maybe like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I don't promote it. I don't advertise my subscriptions. My subscriptions, different tiers, different things are coming, discounts and things like that. If you decide to support the channel and you do the subscriptions, you get access to custom emojis and things like that. So those I believe are in the link on the channel somewhere. Merch will be coming soon. Let me see if I can drop the new logo on the screen. Let me see if I can let y'all see the new logo on the screen. It's been up on the screen before, but I don't know if I can put the new logo up as of yet. But the logo is dope. Yo, I love it. Let me see. Maybe it'll let me do it right there. That's the new logo right there. Ooh. That's like some risk. I won't risk my money. Okay. For a 10-year-old shoe, I won't risk my money on it, my bro. I don't even know why I didn't understand that was risk. Where my mind at, man? But yeah, that's the new logo. Thinking about putting it on t-shirts and stuff like that, man. Real clean. Put some sayings that I've had going on a lot of lives that you all liked. Gonna be coming out with merch with the saying on the front and then like imagery on the back and stuff like that. I'm trying to do my little thing, man. I'm trying to do my little thing, give back to y'all and stuff like that, and support you all. I'm gonna start trying to do like free giveaways. We got to get back in the green, man. We got to get back in the green. Right now, we teetering between the yellow and the red, and that ain't for y'all to worry about. But once we get back in the green, man, please believe I'm gonna get back to each and every one of y'all, man. It's always been my goal and my mission to give back to the people who give back to me. But yes, game over. Absolutely. But yeah, we got some custom emojis. Pretty funny, pretty nice, pretty cool. Behind the subscriptions, man. Salutes. Absolutely. D Sneak said, I like it. I appreciate that, man. Now I showed it one time before, and I put it up in the corner to see what people's reaction would be. And I don't think anybody like really saw it. And I didn't say anything, but tonight I'm gonna say something. Get another sneak peek at things to come. I got a bunch of other designs for like to go on hats and stuff like that. The new era joints and stuff. Look, for my dreams and my goals of just being an entrepreneur, because I learned a long time ago, I can't work for these businesses that expect you to be stupid, expect you to be the worker and or the dummy. I learned a long time ago I can't work for these people, and on top of that, I've got the worst luck in the world. Tearing my shoulder, breaking my foot, and stuff like that, man. It feels like I've got the worst luck in the world when it comes to working for other people. It seems like the universe is telling me, man, do something for yourself, man. You're bigger than what you think you are. But we'll see where it goes, man. I appreciate the positive words of encouragement about the logo and things like that, girly glam. The logo is dope, my G. I appreciate it. Fire. But I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. All it takes is one person and to start a movement, and you all are those one individuals, man. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, I just can't do this right here. I cannot pay $4,000 on a 10-year-old shoe, hoping and praying that it's not a fake. Not this day, not ever, not never, not no. I think at the most, what I would end up paying resale wise for a 10-year-old shoe would be taking a chance. And y'all tell me if I'm crazy. Tell me if I'm tripping, because I know I trip a lot. What would be the most that I would pay? Wait. Before I tell y'all the most I would pay, what would be the most that you would pay on a 10-year-old shoe where the possibility could be high that it's a rep? What would I do? What would I pay? And I know no matter what I say, y'all are gonna laugh at me for this. Y'all are gonna jump me for this. Because it would be like throwing away money. What? For an off-white Chicago Jordan 1, I would probably pay $280.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I would probably pay, and it hurts me to say that because y'all know me. Y'all know how I am. I would probably pay $280. I would probably be willing to, and that sounds so freaking stupid. I would probably be willing to throw away $280 at the chance of having a real pair of off-white Chicago Jordan 1s. I know. Just to say you throw away $280 in today's economy, that sounds so fucking stupid. That sounds stupid.
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I said in today's climate, I would be willing to throw away $280 at a chance to get some real Chicago off-white Jordan 1s, man. Man, I don't care if Michael Jordan bought me the shoe himself and told me it was real. If the shoe didn't initially cost $10,000, it's a no. And JVL up there, with the laughing nervously emoji, man. Like that's a real question. Like at this point, 10 years into its lifespan, what would you be willing to pay knowing that there's a high probable chance? Like, and when I say high, I'm talking about over 50%. I would damn near say there's a 70% chance that you could get a fake. Oh my gosh, that's a tough question. That is a tough question for sure. Absolutely, for sure, that's a tough question. Whew, man, what a hobby will have you do. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. My goodness. And then of course you have the off-white Jordan 5s and stuff like that. I got my pair. And a lot of people are talking about how these pairs are crumbling and stuff like that, to sell pairs and stuff like. I don't know, man. I don't know what is the resale price for these right here. Okay. I go with my size because I wear $1,000. Hey, yo, $1,000 for these joints. Now, my pair aren't crumbling. I don't know what people are doing to their shoes or how people are storing their shoes to where they're crumbling. Because I'm physically seeing these shoes crumble, especially the cream pair. And hold on, let me see if I can get y'all to show y'all the cream pair. Hold on, let me see. Let me make a phone call. Give me just a second, y'all. And I got the phone on my headphones as if. Hello? Yes. Can you please go in the closet and the box on the left-hand side with the holes in it and the lid slightly propped open? Can you grab those for me and bring those downstairs, please? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah. I know it's a lot of shit on the floor right now. It's on the left-hand side. It's got the Jordan logo on the top with the holes in it. Okay, you'll bring. Yeah, I know. It's the one that's propped open. It's not the one that's closed, because the other one, I mean, I don't need it. If I show one, I ain't got to show the other one. But like, because they'll get the point. All right. Thank you so much. Love you. All right. That's, hey, y'all. One thing I'm going to tell you, outside of sneakers, make sure you got your priorities in order. Get you somebody that's going to be supportive. Don't be laughing at me. JVL said, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. The most I would pay is 400 hundo. Absolutely. I had a fit for these, and I think I put the fit. Hold on, you gotta put it out there, because my arm bad. Thank you. Hey, I got the baby arm right now. I can't, I appreciate you. Thank you. Love you. Did you eat yet? Did you eat? Why are you telling me to kiss your butt? Did you eat? Okay. Leave everything out, because I ain't ate yet. I'm gonna eat when I get off live. When I woke up from my half, one eye open, one eye closed, like kind of nap, I had to come straight to the live. He said maybe 500. Hey, that's a lot to throw away. So I don't feel as bad. I don't feel as bad. I don't feel as crazy for saying, what did I say? Like 250, 250, 260, something like that. I don't feel bad. Yay. Yay, we'll see my sis. Not quite, because she ain't want to be on camera, but JV up there laughing. Nah. I ain't gonna do no kissy face. I ain't gonna do no kissy face. Nah. But yeah, like, so if you look online, a lot of people saying their pairs are crumbling. These are my sale off-whites, because let me see. Does it say off-white? Yeah, it says off-white. It say off-white on that pair. Let me see. Focus. Yeah. Off-white Air Jordan 5. What do they call this colorway? Muslin. The muslin pair. Lace is still attached, because I've had a whole bunch going on in life. I just have not found that right time to wear them and whatever. But look, I'm bending the shoe. And I know a lot of people, you ain't warm yet. I'm bending the shoe, and the midsole ain't cracking or crumbling. I put it on that side too. Show y'all I'm bending the shoe, and the midsole ain't cracked or crumbled. Let me pull out the other one. The midsole ain't cracked or crumbled. So that begs the question, what the hell are y'all doing with y'all shoes? What the hell are y'all doing with y'all shoes? Because I definitely, because I've been saying for, it feels like forever and a day, I've been saying that I'm gonna drop a how to store your sneaker video. And other videos just pile up. If you all could see, I've got 1, 2, 3 SD cards, and then I've got a huge terabyte external hard drive, and then I got this joint right here so that I can plug in more SD cards. If you all could see how much video footage I have that I filmed that I just have not dropped, it's crazy. It's crazy. But videos pile up, and I just haven't been able to get to it. And I don't have my drop front shoe boxes or my room set up the way. What's really taking me so long is me personally, and I want to have everything a certain way before I do a video. so that I can go through with my vision. I've got a vision for everything. I've got a vision for everything, how I want everything to be, how I want everything to go down. And I am a visionist. I'm a visionary in my own right. And I like things to be a certain way before I present them to you. And to be honest, the way things are now, I don't want to present stuff to you all like this, but I got information that I feel is important. I've got a mindset that I feel is positive and conducive to growth to the community. And a lot of people had just told me, man, just go ahead and do the shit anyway, man. He said they clean, bro. JVL said, you selling them, Jay? Am I selling them? But I love these shoes, but if the offer is nice, like they say, talk to me nice, I get rid of these joints. I absolutely will sell them. And I'm not going to hit anybody over the head. Trust and believe. I'm not going to hit anybody over the head. But the only thing that keeps me from selling them is the fact that I actually like them. I actually like them, want to wear them, and all of that. And of course, my black pair, just like this, dead stock. I got so many dead stock pairs of shoes. It's unbelievable. Vlogging with Demetrius and Girl Glam Accessories, they have seen my collection and they can vouch for the fact that I have a bunch of dead stock pair of shoes that a lot of people want. And I promise you, I'm not keeping them for resale value. I have OCD. I have OCD and I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And that keeps me from doing a lot of things that I want to do, because if it's not perfect in my mind, it doesn't get executed. But I mean, if the price is good, I'll sell them. I'll sell them because I've been selling a lot of shoes out of my collection, like over the last year or so. For example, like these, the Lost and Founds. These are DS still. Let me see. Like, I guarantee you could name almost any random shoe that a lot of people know about from 2016 up until now. If I have it, it's DS. I can promise you that. If I have it, it's dead stock. And it could be something random. I think the only pairs of shoes that I have that are not dead stock are like my Bread 13s, and they look dead stock. What else? My Bread Jordan 4s, and I have a dead stock pair. My Reimagined Bread Jordan 4s, I have a dead stock pair. My other Breads, they're dead stock. The True Blue 3s, I've probably only worn maybe I have over 500 pairs of shoes, close to 700 pairs of shoes, and I've probably only worn maybe 1% of my collection. He said, okay, let me know. Yep, he has a ton of dead stock shoes. I told y'all, man, I'll cop them from you, Jay. Okay. All right. Yep, I got onto him about not wearing his shoes. Man, you got to wear your shoes. Look, let me tell y'all. So when I started this channel, I said that I'm not in it for resale. I'm not in it for hype, even though hype does play a factor in sneaker collecting and things like that. I'm not in it for the resale. I'm not in it for the hype. I like the shoe because I like the shoe. Before this, I didn't know anything about Michael Jordan. I had to do research about Michael Jordan. Even though I grew up in time to see Michael Jordan play, I never watched Michael Jordan play. So I don't really give a shit about Michael Jordan. I just like the shoes. So off the strength of me liking the shoes, I bought the shoes. I just work a lot. I work for other people a lot over my life. I've worked a lot for other people trying to secure that bag, trying to secure financial freedom, and that got in the way of me doing things personally in life. And then, of course, man, a bunch of um tragic accidents and personal things happen. Sob story, boo-hoo. Don't nobody want to hear that. Maybe I'll do a vlog channel for something like that. But a lot of things happen, boo-hoo, that kind of like interrupted all of that. And the collector in me never left, but I just don't have an opportunity to do all of it. I just don't have an opportunity to wear all of it. I stopped really going out like that for existential circumstances and things like that. So I was just like, whatever. I'm not gonna deny myself because I don't go out, but it is what it is, man. Like, I've got a stack of shoes right here that's about as tall as a 8 or 9-year-old, all dead stock. You all have seen some of them. You all have not seen all of them, but they're all dead stock. These shoes behind me in the cases. Let me see. I don't know if y'all. Let me move this out the way. I need to take that down. I'll be tired of seeing that. But let me see. Shoes in the cases, dead stock, right there. I've been wanting these shoes for so long. I've showed you all. Those are the Jordan 4s. I mean, not Jordan 4s, but bread Jordan 1s. I've been wanting a pair of breads so long. Let me move this out the way. I've been wanting a pair of breads for so long. It doesn't make sense for me to keep them dead stock. And the camera started focusing on the mic. Let me move. It doesn't make sense for me to keep those dead stock. These right here, wrong remote. I don't care how many people do or don't like these. I don't care. And that goes to show what kind of that I'm an actual sneaker enthusiast. I don't care what people do or don't like these. This is a childhood shoe for me, although it's not the low that I really want. It's still the Laney 14s. I love this shoe. Dead stock. I just hadn't had the time. But getting off of that, getting back to the program, it's just a thing of time and opportunity. Been wanting these, the neon 95s. Haven't worn these yet. I haven't gone out to wear them, but it is what it is, man. I'm starting to try to put on dead stock shoes, trying to get through them and stuff like that. I recently wore my alma mater Jordan 12s, and a lot of people might say, well, it's a Jordan 12. Nobody gives a shit about that. Well, I do, because I like them. But anywho, moving on, getting back into the program. So, old heads in the sneaker community, is it time for them to go? That's probably the major thing that brought you all to the live. The major thing that brought you all to the live, because it's a controversial topic, and this topic has been discussed for feels like forever and a day. There are a number of subjects within the sneaker community that have been around for forever and a day that always resurface. One being resell, the next one being reps. And at the tail end of that conversation is ageism. Is there a point where you're too young to be a sneaker collector, and are you too old to be a sneaker collector? For a long time, being in this culture, in this community, I didn't care one way or the other. And I said, No, there isn't. We need to welcome all newcomers because new people bring change. And then we need to accept all the older people because older people bring history. But there's a downside to that. Where new people bring change, they bring bullshit. They bring the wrong ideas. And that's with anything. That's to be expected. You're young and dumb, as they say. Young, dumb, and full of, and you all can finish that statement if you want to. But so yeah, you're gonna get a lot to deal with when it comes to new people into the culture and having to repeat yourself and go through things and topics that you've gone through 1,000 times before. That's to be expected. That's an understood. With older people, you're gonna deal with the bullshit of gatekeeping and a mentality that doesn't necessarily bring inclusivity, doesn't necessarily bring the mindset of we want you here. And that's the part that does not make sense to me. Because if you start to exclude or cut people off and only stick with the people who know what they who know something about whatever it is you're talking about, and whatever it is, if you only want to stick with those group of individuals, eventually, as those group of individuals at that early cutoff stage start to get older, your hobby starts to die. Your hobby starts to die out, which is why the sneaker community is having a more rapid than it should level of deterioration or death. Whether you want to admit it or not, sneaker culture is dying as far as when you include it into fashion, because nobody is caring about shoes the way they used to. Now it's more so about the clothes, the tops, the bottoms, the hats, the accessories, the whether it be the watches or the neck piece and things like that. And then at the bottom of the list, it's the type of shoes you put with it. I remember a long time ago, my grandfather taught me, and shout out to my grandpa, shout out to you, shout out to Grandpa Sonny. But I remember a long time ago, my grandfather taught me that no matter what you put on, make sure you have a good pair of shoes. A lot of people, when it comes to from a male perspective, a lot of women did not look at your fit first. They looked at your shoes. And if you had a clean pair of shoes, they knew you took care of yourself. And then they would go up to the fit and see how you took care of yourself. And then once they looked at your shoes and they looked at your fit, and then they looked at the whole thing. And if the whole thing was presentable, oh, you in there. You in there. But because of gatekeeping and all of these damn old heads trying to force the younger newcomers into a certain box, a lot of newcomers, a lot of girl Glam says rum. Who got some rum? JV said I love the Laney 14s. Because the old heads are still gatekeeping and making it difficult for the younger people and newcomers to feel comfortable. A lot of new people are saying, okay, well, if y'all want to be stuck in your ways like that, middle finger to the sneaker community. I wear whatever I want to wear. That's how we had a huge explosion in runners. The Hokas, Hoyas, the Vomeros and things like that. Not and it's not just because Jordans are limited and resellers buy up all the pairs and sell them for crazy prices. It's not just that. It's because of old sneaker collectors. And I don't even want to call them enthusiasts anymore because they have forgotten what it is to be a sneaker enthusiast. They've gotten to the point where it's either you think the way I think or you don't think at all and you can get the hell on. Me, I'm more inclusive. You like what you like. If you like Air Maxes over Jordans, that's fine with me. If you like Adidas over Jordans, that's fine with me. If you like Jordans over Air Maxes, that's fine with me. If you like Hokas, well, however you pronounce it, over Nikes, that's fine with me. They're sneakers at the end of the day. That what is supposed to make beautiful is the variety and the fact that not everybody thinks the same. If we all thought the same, shit would be boring. A lot of times I wish I had more than just Jordans. Which is why I started grabbing Air Max 95s, Air Max 95 ATLs, Air Max 90, Air Max 1s. I've got some Adidas over there. I've got Vans. Like the variety in a collection also makes you a collector. Be comfortable with liking something than just Jordan. If you like Jordan mids, fuck it. You like Jordan mids. At this point, I'm tired of hearing the art. I'm so fucking tired of hearing people talk about people who wear mids. It's a Jordan. It's a shoe. We're sneaker collectors. We're sneaker enthusiasts. A shoe is a shoe. It's not about the specific shoe. It's about the collective as a whole. If I got some Adidas over there, we need to stop just solely making Jordans the point of viewership and the point of hype and shit like that. It's more to life than just Jordans and Nikes and shit like that. But I wish I had as many other shoes as I have Jordans or Nikes or maybe even more, because there's so much more out there. And the fact that the world just focuses on Jordans and Nikes, you're pigeonholing yourself. You're actually holding yourself back from great opportunities. He said, are they dropping right now? Cigar Patel 5839. What dropping right now? The Air Max 95s have been, continuously dropping. We've got as a matter of fact, we'll talk about what's dropping this weekend and what's dropping at different events later on. Right now, we're talking about, do we need to force old people to retire? Is it time for the older sneakerheads to retire? And when I say that, not all old sneakerheads are bad. Jordan 1 Alaskas. Jordan 1 Alaskas are dropping. EQL says analyzing entries. Jordan 1 Alaskas, the final release form is on the 3rd, Nike Sneakers app. So a lot of the stores are gonna be the ones that are for EQL that you see, but your last opportunity for the Alaskas is on the 3rd. And we talked about that a little bit earlier, about maybe 10 minutes ago. So if you can try to catch the playback on that. With the Alaskas, we talked about the fact that they are quickly plummeting in resale value. So do not panic. Sagara Patel, please do not panic and pay the high resale price for a pair of Alaska Jordan 1s. We control the market. If we go to GOAT and StockX and stuff like that, and we tell them we're not paying $500 and something, that if we start offering in large numbers, $300, they ain't got no choice but to give it to us for $300 or sit on them and let them yellow and really get less than that. So yeah, I agree. These OG sneakerheads need to stop trying to force these new generations to like what they like and claiming they're not sneakerheads because they don't rock what they think they should be wearing. Bro, that's saying a lot. And I know a lot of old sneakerheads right now are kind of but see, the thing about it is, if you're going to continue to act like that, and I've met some pretty cool older sneakerheads, I've learned a lot. Okay, so what your average sneaker guy is saying is one of the reasons why I don't call myself a sneakerhead anymore. I call myself a sneaker enthusiast, as well as some of the things that I outlined is why I call myself a sneaker enthusiast, because old sneakerheads want you to be a certain type of way. They want you to dress a certain type of way. They want you to think a certain type of way. They want you to move a certain type of way. And it's that way, or they're laughing at you. And then because they're old, the younger people are following behind that and they're laughing at you and, trying to make you feel as if you don't belong in the community. And again, I said, I've met some pretty cool old people, but for a vast majority, which is the reason why we're having this conversation now, I've met some pretty shitty older sneakerheads, but young sneakerheads are another reason why I don't call myself a sneakerhead, because there are some young sneakerheads in large numbers that poison the community with the resale and getting into the community and not knowing anything about the product, being the shoe or the history of the shoe, and not knowing anything about that, and just putting on what they think the urban community thinks is cool and looking really fucking stupid. And that's just my opinion, and thinking that it's okay being. And we had a temporary lag right there. Sorry for that. But they'll, like, the young people, they're throwing on stuff like Off-White, Rick Owens, what else? Balenci, Louis Vuitton, and all of that kind of stuff, thinking you've got to have that to be cool. And the sneaker culture, the urban culture, was never about spending as much money as you can to be cool. The sneaker culture, the urban culture, nobody in that culture had money. We were all fucking broke. And we threw together what we had and a fresh pair of shoes to make the cleanest fucking fits that we could. It was about taking what you had with a fresh pair of shoes that mama bought you and building your confidence from there. It was never about spending 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 racks and just doing it. And all of a sudden you were the shit. So, like, I don't agree with that from the young side. Of course, young sneaker collectors are making bank off of social media, but you don't have to spend all of that bank in order to be urban culture, sneaker culture accepted. But then I don't agree with the old people. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of both individuals, which is why I kind of have this viewpoint. But I also don't agree that you have to, from the old sneaker collectors, that you only have to do it their way or the highway, because if we did it their way, shit would be boring as hell. I'm not gonna lie, shit would be boring as hell. So why can't we let go of the money aspect? Why can't we just throw in being ourselves and throw in a little bit of history so that we know where we came from and that we don't forget and that we give fresh ideas? Why can't we throw those all together and make the culture again? The other kind of stuff I'm not going to talk about because that kind of stuff brings some visceral reactions. But what made me want to talk about this tonight is I had a conversation, and it pretty much really wasn't a conversation. It was more of a crybaby fest from an old person. But I watched a old person have a meltdown, and this is just one of them. I watched an old person have a meltdown because they found out that the Virgil Abloh, and which is also what made me talk about the Virgil Abloh archive Jordan 1s, but they found out the Virgil Abloh archive Jordan 1s was not an off-white shoe, and because they found out it wasn't an off-white shoe, they were like, it took me till I got older to realize that these are not and this is exactly what they said. They said this on Facebook. And after I had the conversation with them, they since deleted their post. And I'll try to paraphrase the conversation I had with them and, go down the timeline to the important parts. But they said, I had to get older to realize that the Virgil Abloh archive Jordan 1s are not even off whites, so that these are really trash and they're not really that good. So one thing I questioned was, you had to get older to realize something that doesn't even really fucking matter. If the whole point is you like the shoe, because I thought that when it came to old heads, you all liked the shoe for the shoe and not for the hype. So basically, you liked the off-white look because it was off-white and it had to do with Virgil Abloh. But then you find out that it has nothing to do with off-white, but you didn't do enough research to find out that off-white is no longer owned by Virgil Abloh or the Virgil Abloh family, that the Virgil Abloh archive is owned by the Abloh family. So by your own old motherfucking logic, old motherfucking sneakerhead logic, you shouldn't like off-white. You should like the Virgil Abloh archive, and the shoe should still have value. But then even that's wrong because you're putting value in a name instead of the actual aesthetics of the shoe, which you're a walking contradiction. Not only are you old, but you're a walking contradiction in the fact that old heads are supposed to like the shoe for the shoe, and they're supposed to like it because Jordan wore it. And if you go to the thought process that I like the shoe because Jordan wore it, Jordan ain't wore no damn Virgil Abloh archive Jordan 1s. He wore a Jordan 1, but he didn't wear no off-white Jordan 1. So then you all move the goalpost and you say, well, I like it because I like the silhouette that Jordan wore. No. You like what Jordan wore. So stick to the bread ones. Stick to like the Jordan 9 that he wore. Stick to the white cement 3s he wore, or the true blue 3s, or what just fell over? Oh, some tape fell over. But stick to the shoes that Jordan wore specifically. Don't go outside the colorways that Jordan wore. Otherwise, you're a hypocrite. So In that conversation, the guy is telling me, let me see if I can remember it correctly. The guy tells me they're not off whites, and I'm like, okay, well, they're not off whites, so what? You're supposed to like the shoe because you like the shoe. So if they were off whites, you would like them more. And you're blaming everything on your age, like, or you're trying to give yourself credit for your age when actually you're doing yourself a disservice. Like you're making your age make you look like a fool. But then he goes to tell me, like on Facebook, you already tag people in their name. So he tags me in my name, and then he calls me by my personal name. Like it tags me in my name, and he goes, so because I asked him, I said, so are you upset at the fact that it's not an off-white? And then he goes, so at my name, I'm supposed to be upset because you say I'm upset, Jay? And I'm like, dude, I never said you were upset. I'm asking a question. And why are you calling me by my name again? Like, that's weird. That is some weird behavior. And I said, you're too old to be playing ignorant, and you're too old to be stupid to the question I'm asking you. Basically, I was testing him to see if he was a real sneaker collector or a sneaker enthusiast, or if he was just an old ass hype beast and he was trying to dance around the question. And then he goes, so now you're talking about my sexuality and whatever. I'm like, no, I'm not talking about your sexuality. I'm talking about what you did, and the way you approached the conversation was weird, and what you're talking about is weird and ignorant, and yada yada yada. So after I do what I normally do, after I, made him look like an idiot, he deleted his post. Hey, either he deleted his post or he blocked me. One of the two, because I can't see his post anymore. But it is what it is, man. Like, he's one example of an old head that just does not need to be in the culture. Other old heads, I've had arguments with other old dudes about just the dumbest shit when it comes to sneaker collecting. What is I've had an argument about, like, you're not a Jordan fan if you never watched Jordan play. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can be a fan of a shoe and not see the athlete play. Now, I mean, I guess I get it. Like, a lot of people's infatuation with a shoe comes from seeing whoever it's attached to. But hear me out. Think about this. Maybe, just maybe, there's a possibility that there's somebody out there in the world that can say, fuck who's attached to it. I like the shoe. Because the way I look at it, if the individual that's attached to the shoe is the only reason you're buying the shoe, then you don't like the shoe. Why are you spending your money on something that you don't really like? It doesn't make sense. These are expensive. All these shoes are expensive, and you don't need multiple pairs, to be honest. If it's I just don't get that thought process. Let me see what y'all have been saying. EQL says analyzing entries. I thought that was the beauty of being a sneakerhead, was for the love of sneakers, period. Facts. Jordan won Alaska's. Yeah. Okay. It says, and I fell into that trap where I thought I needed retros, but when I started, I was just buying the sneakers that I loved and found myself getting away from that. And a lot of people do that. And this is the thought process, like, because we see on social media the very thing that is popular is Jordans. We might not even like the damn shoe, but we'll buy it because we want to be with the in crowd. And that was never what the culture and sneaker collecting was about. It was never about being with the in crowd. It was always about your flavor and expressing yourself. And there were people that liked your flavor, or there weren't people that liked your flavor. But either way, everybody respected everybody. Now, of course, people had their opinions and their thought processes on everything, and that comes with life. Judgment comes with life, but it was about what you liked. That's what makes this culture incredible and unique. I might be like, oh yeah, I don't like those damn New Balances you like. But who gives a shit? I don't like them, but I respect you for doing your thing. If you just focus on the fact that I don't like them, who gives a shit? Because where I don't like the particular New Balance or colorway or whatever, somebody else might come along and be like, oh, I fuck with those. I love those. And you might build your own subculture of people who like just collecting New Balances or whatever. And don't get me wrong, if you just like collecting one thing, there's nothing wrong with that. Be who you are, but don't let other people influence, or heavily, because we're all going to let people influence us to a certain degree, but don't let people heavily influence who you are as a person. The whole point is to be who you are and express yourself. But yeah, a lot of people fall into that trap and then end up with resentment or hate for Jordans and the sneaker culture. Right, you like what you like, no matter the shoe or the brand. Absolutely. Oh dang, Saga Patel, man, you already spent the 650. Dang. Look, okay, players mess up all the time. But take this live, subscribe to the channel, follow the social media platforms and the link in the descriptions down below, and use this as a opportunity to grow, man. Outgrow. Let these resellers and let GOAT and StockX know that they don't control the market that we do. Your average sneaker guy said, I was never a Jordan guy and somehow got brainwashed into believing Jordans made you official and legit. I think we've all been there. Dang, my guy, 650 facts. That 650 is crazy. I don't think you necessarily have to know the history of the sneakers, because me personally, I never cared about the history of a sneaker, because that doesn't move me to either want the sneaker or not. Absolutely. You don't have to know about the history of the sneakers. You don't have to know about the history of sneakers. From my perspective, knowing a little bit of history about a shoe shows a little bit of respect. But if we're breaking it down to the bare bones of the sneaker culture, liking the sneaker just because you like the sneaker makes you a sneaker enthusiast. If you like it because you like it, and you start a collection based on the fact that you like sneakers in many different silhouettes and things like that, that makes you a sneaker enthusiast. It gives you grounds to say that you have a place in the community. Now you speaking facts on that. We was broke and made what we had cool. Facts. Yep, and the outfit started with the shoes. Hell, the outfit was the shit. Facts. But to their offense, we are in a different time as well. So this is their lane. So I can't fault them for that either, though. These kids have way more resources than what we do. They absolutely do have. Hey, kids, get y'all coins, because life ain't getting no easier. And the price of things is going up. So get your money. How you gonna get it? Don't rob or hurt anybody or anything like that, but get your money and spend it how you want to spend it. But just to let everybody out there know, the urban culture, the sneaker culture was never about how much money you could spend. It was about you working with what you had and putting your flavor, your spin on it, and being who you are. It was about individuality. This generation got lucky to have everything we didn't have back then. That's true, but like every generation that comes after is more lucky than the generation before that, because we could say my generation, your generation, we're lucky than like our parents and our grandparents because we had more than them. We had more than them. The opportunities have been greater than their opportunities, so on and so forth. So, I mean, although that is true, we got to look at, the opportunities that we've had ourselves. Today's prices aren't yesterday's prices, and that's facts. But when it comes to resale, we can make yesterday's prices or today's prices the prices that we want them to be. Point blank, period. That is what it is, man. That is one thing in our lives that we can control, but we got to try to get on one accord in large numbers, and that's the toughest part of it, getting on one accord in large numbers. But like I said, with the old heads, I've had many disagreements and many battles that I just did not see. Like, I found myself saying, what's the fucking point of this? What do you have to gain out of this? Where are you going with this? And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. It doesn't make sense. From a history standpoint, it makes sense, but from a standpoint of like growing and evolving, it doesn't make sense, because the old heads are the reason why new Nike basketball tech is not accepted. And we got to remember, Jordans at whatever point in time in history in which they released was new fucking basketball tech. Like, Jordans were never meant to be considered or wore with jeans. Jordans were meant to be worn on the court, and the court only. So, like, why are we sitting and trying to act like new basketball Nike tech can't be worn with jeans? It's the reason why new Nike basketball shoes or Nike basketball tech can't be worn with jeans or whatever is your mindset. Your mind is limited. Your mind is locked. And unfortunately, I have to attribute that to the old heads, the people that came before me, because like Average said, he fell into the ideology or the idea that Jordan Brand was the only thing. I kind of fell into that mindset that new Nike basketball tech can't be worn as we wear Jordans. And that's stupid. That's fucking stupid. And that's a fact, Jay. Thank you. Been preaching that. Air Jordan always had the best tech and was made for basketball, period. So, like, there are shoes that are made for casual wear, but a lot of times we don't highlight, glorify, or put in the spotlight those shoes because we don't like them. We don't like them. If we look at this one, and I'll keep showing this one, the Air Max 95. This is not made for casual wear. Despite what you want to believe, this is not a casual shoe. This is a runner. And when I say casual lifestyle shoe, this is not made to walk everywhere and wear all day. This is a runner shoe. This is made for running. This shoe right here, the Air Max 270. I know it's a Travis Scott, but the Nike React 270. This is another running shoe. What else? A shoe like this one. This is a basketball shoe. This is a basketball shoe. You know the difference in application between, you want to know the difference between this shoe and this shoe beyond the age or the era in which they were made in is the look. That's all. Both of these shoes were made for the basketball court. These were never made to be worn as lifestyle, what we call lifestyle now, but casual shoes. It just never was meant for that. Nike SBs. Let me see if I can grab an SB for y'all. And this is gonna be like whatever, but y'all are gonna understand my point. Nike SBs, the thick tongue, and let me tell y'all. And this little rant is going to get me into my next point. But the Nike SBs, the thick tongue, the padding on the ankle, and the thin cushioning in the midsole was never made to be worn with how we're doing it now. They're not meant to be a casual shoe. They're meant to be for skateboarding. The midsole is meant to be thin so that skateboarders could feel the board. The padding in the tongue and then the ankle was for ankle protection to give you a little bit of cushion when you landed. We are wearing these as regular all-day shoes, and then we're fucking complaining about the quality control and the comfort of Nike and Jordan shoes. How can we complain about the comfort and quality control of the shoes when they weren't made for the comfort that we're trying to wear them for? Come on now. Like every time we get on social media platforms and forums and stuff like that and complain about the comfort and the quality control of Jordans, Air Maxes, SBs, and things like that, we really sound stupid as hell, which is why these companies like Adidas, Jordan Brand, Nike, and stuff like that don't really listen to us unless it comes to how we spend our money, because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We really don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We don't. JVL says, shout out to your average sneaker guy, man. Salutes, man. What you know about them Westbrooks? Hey, look, I told you, I can't get in this community unless I know a little something about everything. I don't know everything, but I know a little something enough to make me dangerous. You know what I'm saying? He said, fire. But yeah, we're using it's not the shoes that are the problem. It is our mindset that is the problem. Our mindset is fucked up and warped. And we need to change our mindset so that we can adequately understand what it is that we are getting and understand what we need to be using these shoes for. He said, JVL said, yo, average, you still have the same number. But hey, we building a community, man. Everybody reach out to everybody, man. Salutes to everybody in the chat. Salutes to everybody that's come through and had the conversation with us. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, like we need to get a grip on a reality. Social media is a reflection and a mirror that lets us know we don't like shoes. A lot of us don't like shoes because we like the shoes. We like the shoes because of the hype behind the shoes or the name attached to the shoes. And it's sad because that means we've come a long way from where we started. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion as one person, we need to get closer to where we started, meaning the ideology behind the sneaker community, than where we are now. We need the ideology of why the sneaker community was formed, and then we need the new ideas of the younger generation to keep the sneaker community going. But the way we head it now, it's a reason why sneaker culture is dying across the board and why it's dying on YouTube and other platforms, because we don't have any fucking clue about what it is, man. We don't have a clue about what it is. Yeah. Average said, "What up, JV?" And yeah, same number, bro. I thought about you the other day. That's real, Jay, what you just said. I appreciate that, man. How many times I used to say on the other live, if you can't hoop, don't buy Jordans. If you can't skateboard, don't buy SBs, etc., etc. And to that point, that is a very, very valid point. Like, when you think about it that way, if you're good, like, now, if you're not going to complain about the shoes in the manner in which we complain about the shoes, then be my guest, buy the shoes. And Average, I'll say, when you had those point of views and things like that, if where I'm about to head with the conversation is what you were saying, then I apologize, because you were ahead of your time when you were saying that, or you were ahead of us when it came to that conversation. But if you're gonna buy these shoes and complain about things like comfort and other things like that, then you're buying the shoes for the wrong reason, and you might as well buy the shoes for the purpose that they were intended for. Like an SB, if you're going to complain about comfort or whatever, how the tongue is too thick and it makes it too hot to wear, then fuck it. Don't buy the SB, because it wasn't meant for casual wear. It was meant for skateboarding. So if that be the case, keep the mindset that it's a skateboarding shoe. And if you don't skateboard, leave that shit alone. If you're going to buy a Jordan and complain that it's not comfortable and that you can't wear it all day, then don't fucking buy a Jordan, because it's not an all day comfortable lifestyle shoe. It is a basketball shoe. Buy the Jordan for when you get ready to go on the court, for when you get ready to hoop it up with your friends 1-on-1 or 5-on-5 or 5v5 or however you want to do it. Then get you a pair of Jordans. Leave them shits on the shelf until you get ready to go hooping and you want some flashy hoop shoes. If you buy a Air Max 95 and you complain about a certain aspect of the Air Max 95 that's not intended for its purpose, don't go fucking buying an Air Max 95 until you get ready to be a runner and you get ready to do a 5K or a marathon or some shit like that. Stop fucking buying these shoes and complaining about the quality of the shoes when it's not the intended purpose that you are trying to wear them for. These shoes are not for style. They are for a style, just happen to be a byproduct of the shoe, because they wanted you to buy the shoe and feel good in the intended purpose for the shoe. Like Air Max 95s or runners, they wanted you to buy the shoe and feel satisfied that your feet look good buying, running in the shoe. Jordans, they wanted you to buy the shoe for hooping and feel good about the shoe that you had on your foot while you were hooping. Like, I don't know what happened to the sneaker culture and like where the history fell off and the bullshit dropped like paratrooped in. But we've got to get back to like the real shit when it comes to the sneaker culture. And however long it takes me, whether it takes me 10 years to get to 20,000, 100,000 subscribers or whatever, I'm going to be here preaching the same shit, man. I'm going to be here preaching the same shit. So subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to make the culture better. Link down in the description, and support your boy, support the movement, man. I'm tired of the same fucking arguments. I'm tired of the fucking gatekeeping. I'm tired of the lack of understanding. I'm tired of people being uninclusive. I'm just tired of the shit altogether. And the only problem that I have is I like shoes. I like shoes because I like shoes. Like JV's tired of the crying. Facts. I'm tired of the fucking crying. I've seen old heads where they dropped. Where did I drop that video? I don't even remember where I dropped the video because I dropped different videos on different platforms to try to make them interesting. But I dropped a video about a guy where he was complaining about the quality control on the Laker Jordan 4s because they had like some streaks on them or some shit like that. And I'm like, when has Jordan Brand ever been known for perfect quality control? Y'all let me know. At what point in time in you all's life, getting into the sneaker culture, have you known Jordans where somebody was like, oh yeah, every single Jordan that drops has perfect quality control. Every single one of them has perfect quality control. And if you can show me, you know, I'll apologize and whatever, you know, I got to, you know, tell people, admit I'm wrong or whatever. But Jordan Brand has never been known for perfect quality control, especially I don't know any brand that's been known for perfect quality control that's mass produced. Now, when you start getting into limited quantities, okay, yeah, it's easier to focus on how everything looks and making things perfect. But the guy had like little lines on the shoe because the shoe has suede on it, and all you got to do is brush the shoe. The Jordan 14 UNC black and blue. A lot of people are complaining about how ashy that is. That's because a lot of people are too stupid to understand that real suede has an ashy tone to it. And sometimes these shoes sit in boxes for 3 months before they are actually dropped in the store and before we actually get them. So a lot of times you got to do a little touch up to them. If you're going to complain about that, then don't buy the fucking shoe then. If paying $220 makes you complain about what you see when you open the box, then maybe you don't got it to begin with. Stop playing with the money if $220 is a problem for you and you don't understand what the hell it is you're buying or what you're picking up. Why would you pay money that you don't have or that you're not comfortable with something that you don't know anything about? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I don't understand what the thought process is. But yeah, the guy went on like a 3 or 4 minute rant about the Jordan 4 Lakers and how Jordan Brand needed to do better with the quality control and yada yada yada. Man, when the fuck has Jordan Brand ever did perfect with the quality control? What the fuck are we talking about here? And if I can find that video, I will post it to, I don't know what platform I'll post it to. So you all click those links down below and follow the social media account so you all can see what I'm talking about. Because the dude was just ridiculous on his rant about the shoe. And I've been wanting to post that video for a while because I've had my thoughts and opinions about that shoe. But yeah, I get so tired of old people complaining about something. And as an old person, you should know better. You've been in the game long enough to see and long enough to understand. And JVL said, then they're then they're crying, my feet hurt because they wear them all day, laughing my ass off. Facts, man. Me too, Jay. I'm tired of all the bullshit. Right. It's crazy because the reps got better QC than the real ones from what I heard, and I never own a pair of reps, just saying. So yeah, because they're able to do reps in limited quantities, and because they can take their time, they don't have to meet any kind of deadlines, and they can focus more on reps. There are reps that have better quality than retail release shoes. But the problem with reps and buying reps is, okay, so here's the biggest problem with buying reps. And I don't have a problem with anybody who buys reps. You do what you want with your money. The only problem I've ever had with reps, and I've been on what is the word? I've been on record for saying the only problem I have with reps is the fact that people try to sell reps as real pairs on the resale market, trying to get that high hype beast resale money out of it. That's the only problem I've ever had with reps. And then the only other problem I have with reps is when people in the rep community lie and they say that they get reps because they like the shoe and they want the shoe. And that's not the case, because if you like the shoe and you want the shoe, then why are you consistently going back and trying to get the rep manufacturers to make tweaks to make it exactly like the shoe? So, there are some fucked up things about the rep community and some fallacies in there, but for the most part, man, like, I don't give a fuck what you do with your money. Just don't fuck with, my money. Just don't fuck with my money. That's all I gotta say. Don't fuck with my money and we good. But the rep manufacturers have an ability to focus more on the quality than these major retail companies, because they're under the gun of meeting guidelines and things like that. Even though I don't understand why they feel like they're under the gun of meeting like date deadlines, because people are gonna buy them anyway. We've already bought into the Kool-Aid of they bullshit, so we're gonna buy them anyway. So you might as well take your time. Which is why I think they're starting to do pre-orders now, and I don't really like pre-orders. And maybe Friday I'll talk about why I don't like pre-orders. I don't like the idea of pre-orders because there's a really dark side to it, and pre-orders take away from the sneaker culture, but they add a lot to the culture. I mean, they add something to the culture, but they take away from the culture, and pre-orders only are good for the company. The majority of it swings like a 70-30 kind of way for me. Pre-orders only work out for the company because the companies don't have to worry about serious, strict deadlines. But at the same time, like, yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that Friday. So you all come back for Friday Night Live, and we'll talk about pre-orders, unless like I go live on Retro Rick and Maddie Kicks Retro Vision. Shout out to Retro Rick, man. Unless I go live there, and in that case, then we might talk about it maybe like Saturday or something like that, or next Tuesday. But there are positives and negatives to pre-orders. I can see why consumers might like pre-orders, but we got to look at the bigger picture. If y'all don't, well, I'll say that for Friday. I'll say that Friday because I'm. If I talk about that, I'm gonna get ready to talk about too much about it. That ADD, man, that ADD, the ADHD gonna kick in and just start rolling. What the reserve thing? Yeah, the reserve. So like, I talked a little bit about it last Friday. I think it was either last Friday or last Tuesday. I talked about the Nike sneakers out reserve because they did the Dunk Low Mambas, but I didn't get too deep into it because my mind was all over the place. But yeah, we'll talk about that Friday, man. So y'all stay tapped in, y'all stay tuned in, y'all make sure y'all notifications are on, and I'll try to do my best to get better about putting out thumbnails and stuff like that earlier. But y'all got to give me some grace too, man. Life is lifing. But I see when I put a thumbnail out a day early and put like scheduled the live the day before, y'all showed up better than when I just drop it on the day of. So, but yeah, reps. one of the problems with reps is when you, number one, whether they want to admit it or not, they are paying resale for reps. That's one, like if one of the biggest arguments, whether it be retail or reps, is resale. We don't like paying resale. If we don't like paying resale for authorized shoes, why the fuck would you pay resale for fake shoes? Because for 100% certainty, I don't care who sees this live and wants to argue against it, I'm telling you, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because I do my research before I get up and I say any fucking thing. Now, sometimes things might need to be adjusted and things like that, but I do my research. I don't just talk out of my ass. But 100% without a doubt, anybody in America, if you're buying reps, you're paying resale. I don't care how the fuck you want to look at it. I don't care how you want to quantify it. You're paying resale, whether it's cheaper resale than what people who are looking for retail pairs pay, whatever, what have you. That is not the argument. The argument is you hate paying resale. You're paying resale for reps, which makes you just as dumb as the people who are paying resale for retail pairs. Now that that's out of the way, feel how you want to feel about it. Argue with your mammy, because guaranteed the people in Japan, China, Singapore are not paying the price for reps that we are paying in the United States. They look at people in the United States as a cash cow. We got money. He got money. Give him everything. That's how they look at us, and they charge us in that manner. And then on top of that, not only are you paying resale, but because of the current state of affairs in the Western culture with tariffs, you're paying tariffs on fucking fake shoes. I don't care if they tell you they're going to give you free shipping. Guess what? When you pay that price in those fake shoes, well, they might say they're giving you free shipping. They've included the price of the tariff in the cost of the shoe. So not only are you paying resale, but you're paying tariffs for fake shoes. I don't give a fuck what you say. Argue with your mammy. All y'all old motherfuckers and all y'all young people that have bought into the Kool-Aid and the false reality of what they're telling you about reps because they are cheaper than retail pairs or cheaper than paying resale. I don't give a fuck about that. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you're paying resale. You're getting duped. You're all getting your asses handed to you. And you're not even getting it. You're not even getting it done with a blindfold on. You're getting it done with your eyes wide open, and they're telling you the shit that they're doing to you. And you're saying, you're bending over. You're saying, okay, here you go. Here you go. Under a false ideology, under a false mindset. Okay, cool. But when you're giving them your money, you're running the risk of having to argue with your banks if they don't give you the shoes. If they, number one, a lot of times people are getting scammed paying for fake shoes. A lot of times people aren't getting the quality of shoes that they see online for fake shoes, and they're not getting their money. Why would I want to go through that stress, strain, and headache of possibly not getting my shoes or having my bank account hacked for some fucking fake shoes? Come on now. Why would I want to go through that? It's crazy. It's crazy. All to save a couple dollars. All to save a couple dollars. And I mean, say what you want to say. I understand your perspective, and I understand the points that you all have when it comes to fake shoes. But when it comes to me and mine, when it comes to my money, I don't play about my money. I'm willing to beat somebody's ass for my money. It said, you know, somebody about to clip this. You know, them rep folks be lurking. Hey, facts. I don't look. They be lurking. I don't give a fuck. Lurk all you want to. You can lurk until your eyes get fucking dry. I said what the fuck I said. I don't care. Hey, anybody who's lurking or watching, send it to their asses. They can fucking say what they want to say. Rats and snakes, motherfuckers don't say shit to me directly. It is what it is. I ain't necessarily talking about nobody in particular. Hey, maybe when I said that last little piece, but I mean, you know, I'm not calling anybody out, because if I was calling anybody out, I would call them out. But if from my experience, old motherfuckers have given me problems when it comes to this subject, and fuck, you know, niggas want to be rats and snakes and hide in the grass. Well, I keep my grass cut low. And if you want to say something about me and you don't want to say it to me directly, I don't give a fuck. And if you want to say it to me directly, come to my channel. Hey, you know, fuck it. We can have a conversation. My channel is always open. Come in. Come on now. Yo, you sounded like Samuel Jackson for real, for real. Come on now. I'm sick of these motherfucking lies about these motherfucking shoes. And from the retail side, I'm sick of fucking lies, man. I just want to collect shoes, buy what I like, get the understood usual criticism, but I don't want to be gatekept, man. I don't want to hear bullshit. Like if you tell me, oh man, I don't like your fucking collection because it's some shit that I just don't like. Okay, well, fuck you too then. Okay, that's fine. But if you come to me and say, I don't like your collection because you don't have enough Jordans in your collection for me, man, shut your old ass up, man. Nobody want to hear that shit no more. Or your collection ain't valid because you don't have a certain Air Max or a certain Jordan or whatever. Man, shut your old ass up. I'm done. I'm fucking done. Like, a sneaker collector is a collector no matter what the shoe is. That's what sneaker culture was all about. Like, y'all are driving me fucking crazy with all this other extra moving the goalpost, old ass nigga nuance, young dude nuance bullshit. It just drives me. And I always wondered why there was always a little space of annoyance when it came to sneaker collecting. And it took me a while because I was distracted. But now that I got time on my hands, I understand what it is. It's y'all motherfuckers that like to move the goalpost, and y'all motherfuckers that talk about shit that y'all know, like I said. And shout out to all the people that know enough just to make them dangerous. Y'all know enough, just enough to make you all dangerous and act like there's nothing else to it. If you want to learn enough to make you dangerous, understand that there's more information out there and you all should just be learning it. I'm just here because I like shoes. At the end of the day, all just shoes. Facts, man, facts. Jamie. Who would have thought shoes would bring this much drama? Old heads, OGs, reps, retails, resellers, YNs. Dang, boy, shoes. Right. I don't like, and I try to stay out of as much drama as possible. And if you all follow me, it's like I'm gonna be 100% real. If you follow me on my IG, okay, so when I started doing sneaker YouTube and collecting and getting into the culture, I saw like the drama that the old heads brought, like with like the what's the big dude name? What's the big black dude? Breakable, Shumanati, Damn D, Mr. Skinny, all of those people, I saw the drama that they brought into the culture. And when I decided to get into, like, it was exhausting. And when I decided to get into the culture and throw my little penny into, you know, the sneaker culture, I said to myself, I'm going to try to eliminate all of that drama because it's stupid. Watching them argue might be entertaining for the short term, but for the long term, it doesn't make sense, and it was just stupid. Like, people started threatening other people's lives and shit like that. And I've had people talk crazy to me like that over shoes. But like, I don't like drama. I got enough drama in my own personal life to where I don't need drama over fucking leather and rubber. You listen to how crazy that sounds. Bringing drama and threatening people's lives over leather and rubber.
This shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
I don't get it. I don't understand how something like that is even a thing. And like I said, it's really because of old sneaker heads, which is why I call myself the sneaker enthusiast. SE, sneaker enthusiast. And I want that term to go viral and fly from now on. If you tired of the bullshit, if you tired of like the old way of thinking, and you tired of the capitalist way of thinking, start calling yourself a sneaker enthusiast, man. Start, you know, like hashtag SE, sneaker enthusiast, on all of your posts. I'm gonna start doing videos about that stuff. I'm not big enough in my head. But like, let's be fucking sneaker enthusiasts. Let's not be fucking sneakerheads, because like that shit is old, that shit is tiring, and we need something new, man. We need a new way of moving about business. But yeah, man, like, man, if people want to come with the bullshit, man, now I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits. But uh yeah, like, I try to avoid it at all costs. I'm a complicated man that don't like no trouble. I want to be on my island and enjoy myself, and then see people every now and then. I'm just the average sneaker guy. Facts, man. If y'all don't follow Average, man, y'all go ahead and check out his YouTube channel, man. Hopefully Average gets back into the basketball shoes and stuff like that, because those were some really good videos. But I know Average does like he does Twitch, where he does like gaming on a consistent basis and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, if y'all fucks with that too, go ahead and check him out on that. Don't label me nothing. No sneakerhead, nothing. I'm just a well, that's a label. That's a label. Average, you're an average sneaker guy. You can't get out of, to be honest, we can't get out of labels. I'm a man. That's a label. You a man. Women are women. We all labeled. So whether we like it or not, man, we got to get used to labels. It just depends on how you want to label things. Ain't nothing wrong with labels at the end of the day. But don't act like a fucking idiot, man. At the end of the day, don't act like a fucking idiot. There are some cool old people in the community that have taught me a lot. Your Average, you need a shirt like that for real, saying just your average sneaker guy. Hey, facts. You need some merch. You need merch, man. You need merch. Definitely. Average, why haven't you ever done merch? That's a good question. Because somebody who has stuck to their guns as much as you have, and as real as you are, and as many subscribers as you got, man, you busting over there. You definitely need to get them some. Well, I mean, you don't need to give them something, but you could definitely benefit off of merch, even though the fact that I know that you don't care about none of that shit, it don't really matter to you because it's just a hobby. But yeah, man, the people support you, man. You know, the best way you can support them is to give back to them in some kind of way. Like letting them, wear what you feel is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I definitely buy your average sneaker guy shirt. Average said I did it when I started off gaming and it just became too much. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Like overhead and all of that and returns and shit like that. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, I can understand that, man. I can understand that for sure. But yeah, like, should we start putting an age limit on how old you should be as a sneaker collector and how young you should be getting into the sneaker culture? To me, I want to say no, but the way people act, it makes me want to say yes. And so let me show you all. HG, let me know when your merch drops so I can cop. Absolutely. So right now, I'm trying to get all of the machines. I have like DTF and all of that. Nah, you can't put an age limit on. Facts. I believe that. I absolutely believe that you can't put an age limit on it, but like we definitely need to start ushering in a new way of thinking, because the way of thinking now is just like fucking bullshit, man. And I'm gonna show you all. Let me show y'all real quick what I'm talking about. Let me go to complex sneakers, and y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about when I pull up this complex conversation. Now, some of y'all know who this dude is, and some of y'all don't know who this dude is. If it wasn't for social media, I wouldn't know who this dude is. And even though I do know who this dude is, to be honest, I don't give a shit. JV said, hell no, it shouldn't be an age limit on sneaker collecting. And I agree with you all 100%. But it's just like it's just the mindset that just drives me fucking crazy, y'all. I kid you not. Some of these old heads, the way they think, it just drives me nuts. And the way they come at you, and approach you and try to keep you try to drag you down and keep you in some of the same stupid fucking conversations and shit like that. That's what pisses me off. And I'm always, willing to speak my mind and say, what it is or what it is. But Michael Rainey, I think Michael Rainey is the dude that like was on like Power or something like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. And click the Amazon link down in let me see. I'm gonna say that before I show this. Click the link down in the description below. Amazon, buy the water bottle, keeps your water cold for 30 hours, keeps your soups and stuff like that, and your teas hot for 12 hours. It works, man. I've been using this for like 3 weeks and I love it. I leave it down here. I pour my cold water in here. I leave it downstairs when I don't finish it. And 2 days later, the water is still cold, man. The water is still fucking cold. That's outside voices speaking too loud. No other collector hobbies has age limits. What they do have is shame, and what they do lack is less vultures. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. Hell, I was reading JVL's comment, hell no, when I said that, but hell, that is kind of true. Shout out to Kari. If y'all don't know, Gig 8 is Kari, man. Check him out on the Sneaker Hub podcast. Him and Hugh and I forgot. But Kari, put the link to the what is it? The 12 Sneaker Hub podcast or the Sneaker Hub 12. Put whatever the fuck. Hey, I'm sorry. My mind is all over the place and I can't remember shit right now. But put the link to the podcast or put the name of the podcast in the chat so everybody can follow you all on there. Another guy, shit, fuck it. I'm finna shout out some really good content creators really quickly because
Christy Gnome's husband was living.
Shut up. This guy right here, Matt Freight Creates. You all check him out too. He has a really incredible sneaker channel, and it's more so of a think tank. Really smooth conversation, really in-depth way of putting things. He puts things out in the way that I wish that my mind could focus on and do. But because I got so much going on in this crazy brain of mine, it makes it very difficult to focus in this manner. But really good dude. He puts out really incredible content that really makes you think. If that's the type of person you are, if you're analytically inclined, you'll like what he does. He doesn't necessarily do sneaker reviews, but he does like more podcast style sneaker content, and he branches out into other things. So Matt Freights Creates is his Instagram and his YouTube. So go ahead. As I kick myself out the studio, damn, real smooth, HG, real freaking smooth. This is why I need a live podcast partner, so I don't do shit like that. He said, Carter said, gotcha. I appreciate the shout out. Salutes to the guys, Hugh and Drew. That's who it is. Hugh and Drew. Shout outs to them, man. My brother Matt, he puts thought and quality behind his content. He knows how to spark a convo. Facts. That's facts. Salute to Giganator. But yeah, that's one of the spotlights that I want to put out. And maybe I'll start doing like content creator spotlights, some that I heavily follow and are currently on my mind. But let's be known. Sneaker complex. Going back to this dude right here, Michael Rainey Jr. says Team Jordans are no go for him. Let's see what he got to say, man. Because if I got to be honest, if I got to be I can't just rant with what I ranted about and then be a hater on all Team Jordans as a whole. Because as a matter of fact, the Team Jordan they showed, I had a pair as a kid and I liked them. And Jordan wore Team Jordans. So for all of y'all old heads that be like, yeah, I don't like it because it's the great value of the Jordans. And Jordan, they never wore that. Use a damn lie. Stop teaching these young kids, like these young dudes like Michael Rainey here, to hate Team Jordans for no reason, to hate mids for no reason. Jordan wore mids. What the fuck are we talking about? I'm done with all of that. I'm done with all that. But let's see what he got.
But you could be the best woman in the planet. You wear Team Jordans? Out of here. I'm out of here. Sorry. It sounds crazy, but shows a lot about your decision making.
Exactly.
Let me show you. Let me see. Because I think I muted it.
But you could be the best woman in the planet. You wear Team Jordans? Out of here.
Wait a minute. I had to pause that. Wait a minute. I had to pause that really quickly because
this shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
Brother, did you just say you could be the best woman on the planet? Okay, because we're gonna sidetrack a little bit. Did you just say you could be the best woman on the planet, but if you wear Team Jordans, you out of there? So you would rather have skanks, skeezers, scalawags, gold diggers, rats, bricks, booger wolves. You would rather have all of that because they don't wear Team Jordans. But if a woman came up to you and she loves you for who you are, she loves you for the ups and downs that you are as a person, she loves you whether you rich or broke, she gonna be there for you no matter what. She gonna be there for you through the grind. You gonna pass her up if she got Team Jordans on her feet?
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Chat, tell me if I'm crazy. Tell me if I'm crazy. Jumpman Pros were outside. He wasn't around. Sheesh. No doubt. Like, there's a photo of Jordan playing in some Jumpmans. And I know Jordan wore them joints right there. Imagine passing on a queen to get a hood booger in a retro and they from DHK. That is crazy. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all the most
player.
The most player shit I can think of is when I don't give a damn. The chick could have on some of them jelly sandals. I don't know how many of y'all remember them or how many of y'all are old enough to remember them. If a chick had on some jelly sandals from the early 2000s, if she treated me good, she could have on some jelly sandals. Now, when I say this, we ain't finna go too far and say that I don't have preferences or standards. There's nothing wrong with having preferences. Because I don't necessarily want her in my guesstimate to look like no booger wolf. I don't care what y'all say. If I don't like her, I don't like her. But if everything meets my criteria, and the only thing that I have to judge her on is her shoes, whether or not she got on Team Jordans or regular Jordans, like if she treat me good, I don't give a fuck what kind of shoes you got on your feet. I don't care. Look, honestly, I don't care if you got some toe up old ass clothes. If you treat me good and you are what I like, oh, baby, we can fix that. Like, you can keep your Team Jordans, you can get what you like, but best believe I'm gonna put you in what I want to see you in. I'm gonna have you match my fly. And it is what it is. I'm gonna treat you good, you're gonna treat me good, and we here, we in there. But to just like throw away a good woman just because she got on Team Jordans, man, you out your fucking mind. Bro, Jordan Brand's first group of signature athletes wore Team Jordans. He tripping. Facts. LOL. Yep, the jellies. I had the clear ones. Oh my goodness. Not the clear jellies. Hey, even back in the day, I thought even as where was I? Like middle school or something like that when jellies were popular. Even in middle school, I thought the jellies was crazy. I didn't like the jellies, but if the girl was cute, because back then I was more so like superficial. Yeah. HG had his times. I was young. I was superficial, but like, and I had a standard about clothing and stuff like that. But then I learned not everybody got what you like, dumbass, and people need time to grow. So I was like, man, you know, if you was cute, I would get you up out them damn jellies. And I was putting you in Jabot, you know what I'm saying? I had a little job, a little something, with HG, put you in some Jabot, put you in some Nikes, or whatever was like popular at the time. It ain't tricking if you got it. I was treating them back then. I wasn't cheating them. I was treating them back then. You know what I'm saying? He bugging for real. Spizikes were valid at one point. Spoiler alert, they were Team Jordans. Facts. Dude out his head. He skipped class dumb as shit. LOL Demetrius was looking at me and my clear jellies. Oh, goodness gracious. Ooh, that's funny. That is too funny. But let's see what else he had to damn say. Because, nah. Michael Rainey, and he younger. He's a little bit younger than me. But this whole mentality has been ushered in by the old heads. I don't get it. I don't. This is why the conversation of tonight is about old heads.
I'm sorry.
Let me get it to restart over.
Sounds crazy, but shows a lot about your decision making.
Exactly.
But you could be the best woman in the planet. You wear Team Jordans? Out of here.
I'm
sorry. It sounds crazy, but shows a lot about your decision making.
Exactly.
But you could be the best woman.
Like, it shows a lot about your decision making. What the fuck? Like, since when did shoes equate to how valid your thought process is? What? That's like saying the hoodie he got on. If I don't like his fucking hoodie because it's not a popular brand or it's not a brand that I'm familiar with, that's like saying, oh, wait, I gotta be mindful of the words I choose because the world is extra sensitive. But that's like if I don't know the brand of your hoodie, I'm like, dude, you slow as fuck, and every decision you make has to be a poor decision because not everybody wears that hoodie or not everybody is familiar with that hoodie. Bruh, man, are you fucking crazy? Come on. What your name is? Michael Rainey. Come on over here. Have a conversation with HG. And, I'll open the doorway to you being able to be yourself. Listen to this live. Michael Rainey, I wonder if I should tag you in this live. Maybe like I should, take a clip from it and then tag you in the clip because it's okay. Michael Rainey, it's okay to wear Team Jordans. It's okay to love a girl that loves you and she wear Team Jordans. On the other side of things, it's always been okay. As a man, we've always looked at it okay for women to wear whatever the hell they want to wear as long as it looks good. I remember back in the day, chicks was getting play and they would come to school in rainbow. As long as they was fly and the shit looked cute, we was fucking with it. So girls could wear rainbow. Girls could go shopping at Payless. Girls could go shopping at Walmart. Girls could shop at Metropolitan Swap Meet. As long as it matched and it was cute, we was cool with it. It was the dudes that put the stipulations on themselves as to the stuff had to be branded. So I don't know what the fuck this kid's talking about. How old is Michael Rainey? Hold on, let me see. Let me get on here. How old is Michael Rainey? Michael Rainey, 25 years old. Bruh, man, you too old to be saying stuff like this. You are too old to be saying stuff like this. Matt Freights Create said, evening, fam. Heard you had some nice things to say about me tonight. Appreciate you. Shout out to Matt, man. Shout out to Matt. What's going on, man? Tag him. Hey, look. I think I'm going to it probably won't be, y'all might see it this week, y'all might not see it this week, but next week for sure. I'm gonna clip what he said and what I had to say about this, and I'm gonna tag him in this, or somebody clip it for me, man. Play it back, screen record, and tag him in the shit. Cause Michael Rainey, I'm here to tell you right now, brother, I forgot how to zoom in, so you're just gonna have to deal with it how it is, brother. It's okay if the chick love you. That's a weird way to think. If the chick love you and want to take care of you, and you think she's attractive, and the only flaw is she got on some Team Jordans, you better cuff her the hell up, man. Do you know how hard it is to find a woman in this day and age, in this culture, especially in the 20 to 30 age range, that actually wants you for you and doesn't want anything but you? You know how freaking hard that is, brother. It's I know you said it's crazy to say. No. Me saying I would pay $230 for some shoes that have been out for 10 years and the high probability of them being reps is higher than it is more than likely of them being real is crazy. What you said is fucking insane and makes me question not their thought process or their ability of decision making. It makes me question your thought process and your ability to make good decisions. Don't, bro, you don't understand. It ain't easy in these streets. I mean, it's easy for you to get women because they see you on TV and they think you like super stinking rich. So all kind of women are gonna throw themselves at you. But out of all of those women who thrown themselves at you, how many of those women were actually real and like you for you? You need to step back and think about that, bro. What's good, everyone? You already talked about the Alaska ones. Yes, Ohio. What's good, family? We talked about the Alaska ones earlier. As a matter of fact, that was the first thing we talked about. Now we at the point where we talking about the old heads and it's time for them to go and stuff like that. And should we or should we not put an age restriction on sneaker collecting? Should we incorporate ageism? Because I mean, we kind of do, but should we enforce ageism in sneaker collecting? Ohio, man, I hate to say it. You might have to catch the playback. Maybe I'll start pushing the Tuesday lives to 8 o'clock, but I gotta take care of my lady. Gotta get to my lady, and I gotta get something to eat. But yeah, we talked about that. You might have to catch it during the playback. It's been a great live. But what let's see what the hell, Michael. What did he say anything else? Because I can't imagine there could be any more stupidity other than this, but I absolutely could. Oh, okay, but they showed a list of Team Jordans. I had this one too. Let me show you. Now, I ain't had no 6 rings. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I like the laser 4s. But I'm not gonna cap to y'all. Like them joints right there. I had them as a kid too. And I remember when I got them. I don't know if they were too big or what, but my mom, when I got these, I didn't care whether they were Jordans or not. I liked them because I liked them. And it kind of shows you where my head was at as a kid. This is an imagination built shoe. And I got a big imagination now, which is why I have trouble focusing and stuff like that. But as a kid, we're all open-minded and we're all open to things. And I absolutely love this shoe. Now, my mom said it looked like a damn sock. I remember when I first asked her to get me this shoe. She was like, why would you want this shoe? It looks like a big ass leather sock. I was having that argument that all kids have with their parents as to why they need it and they want it. And I was actually trying to convince my mom why I wanted this shoe. Now, if I look at it, hindsight 2020, at my big age, if I look at it now, was it really worth arguing with my mom and having her be like, you crazy for wanting this and not seeing the vision and stuff like that? Maybe not maybe it wasn't as now, maybe it's not as worth as much energy as I put into it. But if I said, is it worth me standing up for what I want? Absolutely. It was absolutely 100% worth me standing up for what I wanted and for what I believed in, because that's what that's the building blocks of people. That's what, makes people who they are. But yeah, my mom said it looked like a sock, and it does. It like this whole upper looks like the ankle collar of a sock. And I mean, as an adult, man, it's funny to hear her. It's funny to say that, and it's funny to admit that it looked like a damn sock. But I I loved this shoe. I wore it to high heaven. I wore it so much, I gave this shoe a beautiful send-off into sneaker heaven. Um, like I wore it so much, the toe started like turning upwards like that. Like the toe of the shoe had a curve in it like that. Hold on, my shoulder hurt. I can't do that. But I do the other hand. But the toe had a curve in it, and my mama was like, "Do these shoes actually fit?" I'm a kid. I don't damn know if they actually fit or not. I just know that I can get my foot in it and my foot don't slide around and whatever, what have you. And I wanted it. But she said, man, they done turned up like elf shoes and they look like socks. So yeah, mama, you had a point. But at the end of the day, it's what I liked, it's what my imagination pushed me towards, and I loved the shoe. So you didn't waste your money. I actually thought putting on these shoes, I could hoop. I felt cool in them, and that's all that mattered. But yeah, that's a list of some of the shoes that he's talking about: the 6 rings, the laser 4s. The laser 4s are even cool. I don't even understand like why people would hate on the laser 4s, but yeah, Michael Rainey's thought process when it comes to that's more than crazy. That's like that's borderline the R word. And well, no, y'all know what I mean. Y'all know where I'm headed with that. People have been getting pairs of the brick after brick, the Nigel Sylvester brick after bricks. Over what was it? The weekend. I think it was like the weekend or last week, like last Wednesday or Thursday or something like that, over in LA. And here, before I talk about this is one thing that pisses me off. There's more than just okay, so they've gotten outside of Chicago. I'm fine with that. But there's more than just there's more than just New York and LA. There are other major cities more than just New York and LA.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is.
There are more than just, hear me good. There's more than just New York and LA. I live in one of those cities, Atlanta. Another one is Houston or Dallas, whichever one. Pick one. New Orleans, DC, Baltimore. I think that's how they say it. Baltimore. Some pretty. Well, I don't know how big Baltimore is. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing too much when I say that one. But there are some big cities. Florida. I guess I'll throw Florida in there too. Where you all can do shit like this. I don't know why you all consistently focus on California and New York. That is the dumbest fucking shit. I don't give a shit how big California is. You can still make bank in other cities. Support the other cities and take y'all fucking shit. After y'all done with the other cities showing them love, then take y'all shit to California. Then take y'all shit to New York. Like, Jesus. Jeez Louise. Shit is so annoying. It's another annoying thing about the culture. Nike and Jordan Brand act like there's no other cities. They do. Maybe all the other, okay. I'm going to say this. Maybe all the other cities need to stop fucking buying Nikes and Jordans then. If Nike and Jordan Brand only act like New York, Chicago, and LA exist, maybe those are the only places that they need to just sell them shits to. Maybe everybody else in all of the other 47 states need to say, fuck it. Fuck Nike, fuck Jordan Brand. We ain't gonna buy that shit. Fuck it. I know that's a tall order, but maybe that's what we need to say. Forget it. But yeah. Nigel Sylvester did a release over in LA where he was allowing people to gain access to the brick after bricks via a claw machine. There was a long ass line, and that's another ridiculous thing. the long line, like you could have at least let people in there. But they were only so they were only letting people in the building one by one, unless you were a couple. And if they got some music playing, I'm gonna mute it. Because even though I love the other song, oh, I like the way you receive me. Even though I love the songs, YouTube will give you a slap on the wrist. So. Shout out to bruh man for getting the brick after bricks, going crazy. Meeting Nigel Sylvester. I don't understand. And it's to the point where like Nigel Sylvester is a New York cat and he showed love to New York and everything like that. But California is on the West Coast. You can go to DC. Like, if you somebody need to hire me on Jordan Brand so I can kind of like just fucking hire me. Oh, he didn't get him too fucking bad. Boo-hoo. Tilly winks. Breast milk. You need it. Whatever. But we need stuff like this on places like DC, Atlanta, all those other places I mentioned. They had the Nike sneakers pop up. The Nike sneakers pop up sold out every time they opened up. I don't understand why they wouldn't bring it back to Atlanta. But fuck it. I don't care. Well, I do care, but fuck it. It is what it is. But yeah, Nigel Sylvester's from New York. He could have went to DC. He could have went to Virginia. He could have did an East Coast tour. New York, DC, Virginia, Carolina. Their scene is not as big, but you know, they got a scene. Carolina, Atlanta, Florida. And then you could even though I don't really, man, shout out to my folks from the NO. Even though I don't really fuck with them like that because of New Orleans Saints, because of course I'm a Falcons fan for better or for worse, but New Orleans, like I don't think New Orleans gets any love like that. And New Orleans is like, people go to New Orleans all the time. So, I mean, it's just, oh damn, that's clutch. But yeah, like I just don't understand how you just jump from New York straight to California, LA. I don't get it. I fuck with Nigel Sylvester and all of that. I like the collabs that he's dropped, but shit just don't make sense, man. Shit just don't make sense. But let me see what else is there, and I think I'm gonna end it there, man. Because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to rant about. The Travis Scott Green Sparks dropped on Saturday. A lot of people didn't want them shits. I like them because I like Jumpman Jacks, but I'm not gonna pay resale for them. Dennis Rodman's shoes found their way. His UNC Off-White Jordan 1s found their way. We'll talk about that later. We'll probably talk about that Friday if I can remember. An official look at the Toro Bravos. We got an official look a long time ago, and I said they look like ass. But we can talk about that later on Friday to see if the thought still stands. Kid Cudi did a collab with Adidas. He got a collab with Nike. We'll talk about that Friday. And sneakerheads are upset over Virgil ones with jogger pants. What the fudge? We'll talk about that Friday too, because we've been running the live for 3 hours. Jesus Christ. So yeah, last time New Orleans got Nike love was when they hosted the Super Bowl. That's crazy. That's crazy. And NBA All-Star Weekend. That's crazy. That's the only time they get love, man. That's ridiculous. But we're gonna end it on that note, man. We've been running for 3 hours, unexpected, man. I'm hungry, man. I started this joint at like 7 something, and here it is, 10:25. But with that being said, man, appreciate all the love and support. Click the links down in the description below for all of my social medias if you want a really great water bottle where you can take it everywhere at a discounted price. Click the Amazon link link down below. Type in the promo code JMogul. It will save you 20%. That's a real good deal for a water bottle that really works and is really multifaceted. And it comes with a straw on the inside and the straw cleaner and all of that from a really good company, really good people. I like what they got going on. But yes, you all click those links down in the description below. Thank you for all the love and support. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Share the live with your friends. Share the content that I drop with your friends. I'm working on a video right here over off to the side. If it wasn't for the fact that this computer is old and moving slow, the videos would be out a lot faster. But I appreciate the patience and, again, the support. Remember, sneakers are not to be adorned. They are to be worn and to be enjoyed. Be you. That is what the culture is all about. Before I go, I cannot leave y'all without saying nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. If you were here earlier, you got an opportunity to peep the merch logo, one of the new designs I've been working on. Shh, don't tell nobody. Merch coming soon. Thank you all for the support. What you said? Well, we'll box lost it. Jordan ones. Oh man. Oh, thank you all for the support, man. The laughs, man. It's been real. Or them band ones. Yeah, man, we'll get to that sooner or later, man. We'll get to that sooner or later, man. That might end up being like a point of the channel. HG finally unds and shit, you know. We'll get to that point, man. It'll be crazy if the channel blows up off of me undsing old shoes. Shout out to everybody who has been subscribing to the channel from my reactions. If y'all don't know, I've been doing music reactions. That's coming as well. Shout out to everybody who does that. I'm gonna try to do some more reactions, maybe do the lives for early in the mornings. But again, man, thank y'all. I love y'all. It's time for me to go eat and time for me to do other stuff, get some rest. I'm sleepy, and I love y'all. Peace, man. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Y'all have been great, man. Thank y'all.